I'm gonna kill myself. We're recording now. To be fair, there weren't that many bits. What I'm mad about is all the we're ready to go stuff.
Damn.
What's really going to be funny is this is now just how this video is starting.
Yep. My declaration that I had a singular monster before.
Alright,
we're here for real this time.
Wow.
Alright, now that
Nothing
I've
happened.
promptly
Don't worry
alt
about it.
F4'd.
To be fair, nothing really did happen.
No,
I gave you guys a recap, and I will now re-say for the audience that God, I'm glad I said that chat thing when I did. Like, we're what, 10 minutes into actually doing stuff?
Thankfully we had started.
It's been a minute since we've recorded. Oh my god, we should have been recording 30 minutes ago. But okay. I forgot to hit record. I'm smart, everyone.
The smart. Wait, why are we still in the crime scene?
Because there's probably there's probably an autosave. You should have a physical save to go load.
Yeah.
I mean, is there a need to?
Yeah, I still think probably.
They said a few things before.
I'm trying to think of important things I said in that. Yeah, it's been a minute, so I gave them a recap of everything. I think you just reloaded the same autosave. Well, why are you loading your autosave? Did you not have a physical regular save?
That's 3 minutes before. Let's see. Maybe this is
comedy bears. I guess yeah, this is fine. I don't think they said anything when we walked down the stairs.
No, they didn't. All right.
Yeah, okay. It's been a minute since we've recorded for a variety of reasons. So I gave them a recap on what went down. I asked them what they thought Halara's superpower was gonna be. Logan said some kind of calculation ability. Mara said, say it, Mara.
I don't know.
You don't even remember what you said.
I think Mara
said word for word. I don't fucking know.
I don't fucking know.
There it is. I'm gonna fucking kill myself.
And then I joked that she had they had some sort of aura ability.
Then we also went on a spiel about me saying they have Dami Mommy energy.
Dami Thami.
Alright.
Is that it?
Let's continue on before I want to kill myself more.
The first incident was 6 months ago.
Alright, let's go.
If we go to the crime scene now, there's nothing left to investigate.
My trying to look at chat saved me. I was in the middle of saying I keep trying to look at the chat that's not here, and then went, oh man, I hope I didn't press start streaming. And then I looked over at OBS and went, oh no, I sure didn't. I didn't press anything.
You hear that, non-existent chat? You saved the day. Good job.
You did it. I like the color bars on that TV back there going wild.
It's Persona 4.
Damn it, I was gonna say
Yeah,
that.
sure.
God, I hope they
I said it first.
actually announce that soon.
Nightmare. What more could you possibly ask for?
Alara Nightmare.
Now, let's be swift.
Huh? Right.
What kind of name is that?
But
Cool.
talk about confidence.
I forgot all the names in 100 Line are so normal.
Yeah, they are just like real people names.
I smell a mystery. I'm all hyped up.
Just anytime Carrara, her hat comes off, Freya in my chat just goes, "Whoa, it's a white girl jump scare."
She would skin
This
Teddy
appears to be the
alive.
crime scene, but it's sealed off. They've left it like this for 6 months?
I'm just struck with the fact that she's blonde
No
every
doubt
time.
they've shirked
Yeah,
their
it's the white
obligation
girl.
to clean up. I suspect the peacekeepers are lazy to a fault.
Karate chop action.
You know what? It's okay we were redoing it because the share screen froze because my internet sucks when we first got to that.
Huh.
It's open. Let's go
Not
inside.
that it super matters because again, full me playthrough on my channel.
I like their fluorescent pink glasses. That
I love the lighting of this game. Everything is like
yeah.
glowy and neon and shining, and it's really cool. But not in like a disgusting, overbearing way.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's not.
I just keep looking at the thing on the back of his cape. Like, how does that get that light?
Like it's not like cyberpunk dystopia neon.
Yeah.
Spooky mystery neon.
Shinigami.
Neon noir.
Oh, hold on, I gotta do a bit
The
again.
peacekeepers may be sloppy, but even they wouldn't leave the crime scene completely untouched.
Keep going.
The body was probably found around here.
Wow, Halara, what gives you that idea? Is it the outline?
The victim's
Or the mass
name
amounts
is
of blood?
Siglio.
No, it's the aura.
Ah,
It's actually the third unpowered fucking slot machine.
No, but they can't have 4 because that's death.
alright, we did it. We recreated the whole
Alright,
bit.
snake completed.
His
We did it, gang! Alright! Back it up, everyone! We did it! Alright, cut! And cut!
And we're good, and we're done, and recording's over. We did it.
This place was
video
an illegal
uploaded.
casino operating at obscene rates. Even the cheating was rampant.
You sure know
How
a
do you
lot
cheat
about
at
it.
slots?
When did you...
Rig the machine.
Very carefully.
Mm,
So you can actually
I
rig these
told
machines,
you, I
but
gathered
it's
my
like
own
from
intel
the
while waiting at
inside.
the cafe.
I believe if you can also get a hold of the... There's a specific algorithm that they're set with to dish out at
probably.
certain times. If you piece that together, that's technically considered cheating.
The real
Which is
interesting
bullshit.
is that
Like,
this crime
card
scene
counting
also had
shouldn't
no
be
way
cheating.
in or out.
I am doing nothing but
At the time of
using my
discovery, the door
mind
was
to
locked
figure
from
it
the
out.
inside.
no, you must
There
raw
aren't any
dog it,
windows
brain
either.
empty.
Which is expected, given
Yeah,
that
you
it's
would.
underground.
Hey,
Hi.
There are air vents, but they have secure covers barring entry. Besides, no one's able to reach that high up.
no, Yuma, you're just
No
short.
windows.
Alright, thank
the
you.
only way in and out is the door that
Yeah.
was locked from the inside.
Another bit completed.
We've
Check mark,
reestablished all the
off the
bits.
box.
Everything of value in what was going to be on the stream has been reestablished.
We set the timeline correct. Also, maybe it's because I've been playing so much 100 line that I'm stricken by the fact that Kodaka really loves drawing characters drooling.
Well, again, Kodaka's not the artist. But yeah, no, I've been noticing that. I noticed that specifically in the 100 line, the amount of like slobber has increased over time.
Bodily fluids from
Yeah.
everyone. Tears, slobber, ugh.
Cause like
But there's not much more to investigate.
I can't really think
We
of
don't know
any
what state the body was in at the
fluids
time of discovery.
in Danganronpa 1.
It really
There's
didn't
some
have much.
characters in 2 that have like over exaggerated crying. But like in 100 line, half the characters are just slobbering all over.
Kyoshiko's is pretty bad. I don't like hers.
I'm just glad they haven't
Tokyo should
drawn
also have
Tsubasa
the
vomiting.
crying. Ooh,
Yeah,
don't want that. Do not want that.
I don't think she'd like that either.
I think she'd die. She'd be mortified.
I told you not to worry. The conditions have all been met.
Conditions?
Don't tell me you've forgotten I'm a master detective.
Oh, your forte.
My forte is post-cognition. The power
But
to see the
Matsuzaki,
past.
that's the Danganronpa artist.
However,
Ah,
it can only be used
Matsuzaki.
at murder scenes. To be precise, I
Yeah.
can only see how
Ruiki
the crime scene
Matsuzaki.
appeared at the time it was first discovered.
Mm.
Another way to describe it would be as crime scene limited psychometry, if that's easier to understand.
That's amazing! It's like the perfect forte for a detective.
I always feel bad when I end up associating an art style with a director so bad my brain
Yeah.
goes, oh, did they draw? Oh, did they also draw it? Oh, no, they fucking did not.
It's okay, that is
My
true
power
for No
allows
Game
me
No
to
Life.
see the moment the first witness saw the crime scene.
That is true, yeah.
He also did the manga.
Not the culprit,
No,
not the victim,
his wife
but
did the
how it
manga.
appeared when a
think.
third party first entered.
It was one
Same
of them.
difference.
The memory or perception of the
What is
witness
the wife
does not
but an
affect my
extension of yourself?
post-cognition. What I
Alright,
see
writing
is the
down
action
Mara
was there.
Misogyn.
No!
Damn, Mara. Not,
Mara's misogyny
Don't
arc
say-
has begun.
not cool, Mara. Don't say that again.
When it comes to my power, the witness is not a camera
I
or
crumbled to
recording
death like
device,
that one emote.
but rather a trick. Perhaps the best way to think of it is like a bookmark stuck between the pages of when the body was found. Well, there's no point in wasting more time explaining. Let's have a look.
That power sure is convenient. Explains all the confidence. It's similar to the mystery labyrinth, where I recreate the crime scene in your mind. But now it's done in the real world. Although, it is limited to both the crime scene and the moment of first discovery.
But still, it's amazing.
On the other hand, my master's got nothing. Why is life so unfair?
You've not got
Now
nothing.
I'm angry.
No, he's
Master,
nothing.
Can I nibble on your heart to help cheer me up?
No.
I don't know, that sounds hot.
No.
Post-cognition. Ah, and square.
What?
Ah, UFO.
Ah,
Oh.
UFO.
I find it
Why
funny
can't we
that I have,
resonate with their...
Post-cognition.
I feel like I've seen the UFO
All
bit
I can do
like
is
a
wait for
fair
a
bit
report.
in general
Well,
media
I have
in
some
recent
good
years.
news for you.
But like that originates
What
in
is it this
Double,
time?
right?
I know it's a bit in double. I don't remember.
That was the
if it-
first time I ever saw it. And like it is cadence and like energy exactly of that scene.
I think that may be the earliest I can recall instance of UFO.
Master, try to remember. Did you feel anything back on the Amaterasu Express?
No, I didn't get to touch any titties.
Where did you get that coffee?
That's a butt.
You know, when the other master detectives use their powers?
Well, I was gonna ask if I could have some, but then you said that, and now I don't want coffee anymore.
You know, the best coffee comes from elephant poop.
It's civet food.
Next bit.
This isn't a bit.
This sensation. I felt it when Aphex used his powers.
Oh, yes, these characters who are all dead.
Somehow,
I
it
fucking
feels like I can hear
hey,
what
give me
Poochie
Poochie
hears.
back.
Don't want Poochie back.
Right. I can
Feel like
sense
shit,
whenever
just
a
want
master
Poochie
detective
back.
uses their power.
mister.
Yes, that's it! Maybe your coalescence will work now.
Cute.
Coalescence?
Simply put, it's the ability to share someone else's power. On the train, you only felt the resonance of other people's fortes, but its true function is to share their powers.
Wait, then that means I can also see the scene in the past with Halara? That's amazing! Is this your ability, Shinigami?
No.
Giving him a fucking nookie.
Something like that. But there are conditions for it to activate. You must kiss someone to share their ability.
What?
I'm calling that bluff.
What? Kiss Halara?
I volunteer as
First-
tribute.
Yuma,
First of all,
remember, you did not kiss anyone before. If you
I'm
kissed
sorry.
that,
Well-
I would have remembered.
No, so what Shinigami's saying is like on
For
without
full
doing
coalescence.
anything, you get like you can resonate with it. You can know it's happening and kind of get an idea of what it's doing. But to actually like use it, there's another trigger, is what she said.
I see.
first of all, how is he even gonna get that high up?
There's plenty of chairs here.
Climbing up on a bar stool, leaning
Second of all,
in.
they're gonna charge him for that. He already doesn't have money.
Worth it.
I lied.
Yeah.
Oh, did you blush? Did you really want to? You
Yes.
still don't know if Halara is a boy
Don't
or a
care.
girl.
Doesn't matter.
Does that matter?
Oh, quit messing around and tell me how it works.
You need permission from the person sharing the ability first. Then, you must hold hands while the ability is active.
Scandalous.
How could
This
you?
is more lewd than kissing.
Okay, I can do that.
Gonna end up feeling like a kid.
Hey,
on a
Halara,
chaperone
can I
trip.
hold your hand?
Halara.
Is there any faster way to feel like you're a kid getting chaperoned?
Halara?
I need you to be quiet. I'm
Well, what's up?
concentrating.
Sorry, but there's something I want to ask.
I love this bit. It's one of my favorite parts of Raincode.
Hold hands. You and me.
Yeah.
Thank
Yes,
God we didn't
that
have to
way
live
I'll
through
be able
him
to see the
doing
past
that.
too. I think.
My sources made no mention of such an ability. In fact, you're just a trainee.
Yeah, but I just remembered I had it. Anyway, we
Ouch.
don't have much time. Let's try it.
Bold.
I have no intention of getting friendly with you.
Oh, it's not like that.
I
Not
despise
like
you.
that.
Oh,
Huh?
okay.
Just the thought of holding your hand makes my skin crawl.
Damn.
I didn't know you
Meat freak,
hated me
I can
so
go wash my
much.
hands.
Sorry.
Let me be clear. I don't just hate you in particular.
Huh?
I despise all of humanity equally.
We're not
Whoa.
allowed to talk
I don't
about it.
trust
We're
anyone.
also not allowed to talk about how their design, I'm realizing, is actually really similar.
I had a feeling.
Nah, don't worry about
Halara
it.
Must be a demon straight from hell.
What are you guys talking about?
I don't know.
You guys
Or-
watching some new anime that I'm unfamiliar with?
Yeah.
Yeah. I've been watching anime with Saucy behind your back, sorry.
Damn. You didn't
Imagine you
invite me?
spending time with me.
No!
Then why did you choose to help me with the investigation?
As I told you in the beginning, I always work sincerely for the payment I receive. As long as you promise payment, I will promise
Yeah.
my utmost efforts as a professional.
Okay, but I
Then
can put like a
please,
rubber
hold
glove
my
on.
hand.
Glove on.
It's necessary for the
Let's
investigation.
see.
No skin contact.
Commenting up.
You can add this to my bill if you want. You'll agree then, right?
It's okay if I pay you, right?
Fine. If it's what I must do as a detective,
$5 is
then I have no
$5.
choice but to
I don't know.
agree.
But they really don't want to.
Ugh.
Ooh.
Wow.
We're going back in time. Bam, bam, bam. I love the effect here that you can still see where stuff is in the present.
I can see it. Everything looks different than a moment ago. Incredible. So this is post-cognition.
Oh.
Well,
Can you really see it? So your coalescence is real. I didn't expect you to already have your own forte. Well, this does save me the trouble of reporting it back to you. But it's quite inconvenient to keep our hands joined.
Sorry.
Very well. Go ahead and lead the investigation.
Yuma's actually just really,
If you can
really
see
good
what
at
I
guessing
see,
what's happening
that
through
would be
context
for the
clues,
best.
and
I'm
just wants to
only
hold people's
acting as your
hands.
assistant, after all. This is quite the bizarre crime scene.
you would get lonely.
But unusual crime scenes are expected when you work for the WDO. Now, let's see what you're capable of.
Okay. Yay.
Yay.
I remember Zero Escape.
Yeah,
Hero copy.
I see.
That's...
But
Wow.
Wow.
body. I see a body. The murder scene through Halara's eyes is completely silent. There are dolls nailed to the walls and floor, and a corpse pinned down with nails in a similar fashion. This all feels like a dream. It doesn't seem real. There are abnormal decorations all around the crime scene, and it's so quiet. It's a man's corpse. He's probably around 60 years old. His body is pinned against the wall with countless nails. There isn't much bleeding, so the nails must have been hammered in
Goodbye,
after he
Norman
died.
Osborn.
You're starting to get the hang of this.
He just
Not
kind of
too
have the
shabby.
waves, huh?
Oh, there are marks on him, signs that he was strangled.
And scratch marks, huh? The same as the victim
Yep.
in the clock tower.
The vertical scratch marks were probably made when he resisted.
the most basic of basic observations. Well, at least you noticed.
Okay.
Thanks to everything I taught you at the clock tower. Such an awesome mentor.
This situation is identical to the murder at the clock tower.
The culprit first strangled the victim to death, and then decorated the room afterward.
But
But why? But for
Wow.
I knew it.
Yeah.
Elkin.
Nailed it.
Hey, this vent. The cover is in place, but it hasn't been screwed on. Which means it could be easily removed, right?
What are you doing? You can't touch what you see in post-cognition, even if you happen to be 3 meters tall.
what?
Oh, I see. But I think this will be an important clue. The vent is about 40 by 30 centimeters. A thin adult can probably pass through.
By the way, Yuma, did you notice the nail below the vent?
Yeah, there sounds like someone climbed.
Below the vent?
Is bang.
Huh, some of the nails are bent downward. Maybe they were hammered in a hurry.
Or perhaps there's another reason.
Another reason?
Climbed up it.
Ascent.
Ascension.
Hmm.
Oh, there's a key in the glass. Is it the key to the room?
Seems like it. By the way, being an illegal casino, the security was extremely tight. There's only one master key. It's also a special key that can't be duplicated.
Want to try
If
that
it was
again?
thrown in from outside the vent.
Why
it
isn't it
would
a
be
box?
inside the glass.
You're kind of muffled right now.
Ah.
Ba 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 ba. Am I better
Bobble,
now?
bobble, E.
There you go.
Okay. Mute and unmute. That's it.
What were you saying?
Oh, I was asking why I was the key in the glass then. But they were talking about it, so.
Well,
Well,
So this is definitely another locked room mystery! Hooray! I'm so glad I met you!
Shinigami's favorite locked room mysteries.
I think Shinigami should hang out with Darumi.
I don't know if I want that on this world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's...
Well,
Oh! Okay, I am gonna bring up 100 line thing that is kind of a 100 line spoiler, so
I
if
have
you're
to
watching
say,
this and aren't
post-cognition
100 lined up, there is a part of 100 line where Kako and Ima in Sirei are like, oh, there's detective stuff, we're gonna go do detective stuff, and they walk up, and it plays a raincoat sound effect.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Cause like,
Kidding.
Kako is Ima as girl, and I mean Sirei's body just looks like Shinigami.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was really, really funny. Alright, that's it. That's all I wanted to say.
It's
Alright,
amazing.
spoilers over.
You can see the exact crime scene the moment the body was first discovered. Were you born with this power?
my forte is no ordinary superpower. It is a highly refined technique heightened through training.
So you weren't able to use it in the beginning?
I could, but initially, it was just ordinary psychometry. Since I was young, I would often get sudden glimpses of the past, as if I was experiencing a flashback. After a while,
she had the echo.
people or objects resulted in visions flowing through my mind. I only learned it
No
was
wonder
a
you don't like
form of
touching things.
psychometry after growing older. In the WDO, simply having psychometry as a trainee grants you preferential treatment. But I was not satisfied. I believed I could use this ability more effectively as a detective. And through painstaking effort and training, I gained this ability in 3 days.
Wow.
Wow.
3
What?
days?
As I told you earlier, this ability can only see when a corpse is first discovered. It can't be used from the culprit or victim's viewpoint. It is only when a third party first witnesses a crime scene. There are conditions for my post-cognition to activate. First, I must be standing at the crime scene. This condition is absolutely required.
That makes sense.
I must also know the victim's name and face. That's why prior research is crucial. Lastly, post-cognition is only effective in a 10-meter radius around the body. At this time, I can only see the crime scene and the victim. I can't see any living things that were at the scene.
So if someone was hiding in the room, you wouldn't be able to see them?
No. My ability isn't so good at detecting people.
Still, this is incredibly effective in investigating murder cases.
Feel free to summon me whenever you need my help. Of
Perfect.
course, I don't work for cheap.
Of course.
You're not gonna change your mind on that, I guess.
At the end of this game, I just want a list of amount of fees that Yuma owes to Alara.
You, I believe, get that in one of her gumshoe gabs.
Oh my gosh. They're keeping fucking track.
Of course they are. They need to get paid.
What does that mean?
Mahogany. Alright, down girl.
I don't know how many people understand that bit. Literally any time the word mahogany shows up in anything, mahogany. I forget what. I think it was something I was doing. It might have been Ace Attorney.
I'm referencing Team 4-Star. I don't know.
No. I just mean like it might have been in the Ace Attorney stream where like they're like mahogany desk, and every time I would completely change whatever it was, I would go mahogany and then go back to the the other voice. I don't know that anyone actually picked up on it or understood, but
I just know that you do that, so I do it because I pick up vocal tape.
The lock is broken. Maybe someone broke it and forced their way in, like at the clock tower. But from the looks of it, there's no sign of the lock or door being tampered with.
That's something in my eye. Okay.
I think that's about it.
Beep. Finish.
That should do it. There isn't much else to investigate. I've never experienced this before, but it's surprisingly convenient to be able to share my post-cognition.
look, they
It's
smile.
exhausting to explain what I
They
see to a
smile.
client.
Really?
And I'm charging you
People do not
$5 a
believe
second.
what they cannot see. I have often been called a liar.
I suppose fortes aren't always convenient.
We still have locked room mysteries to examine. The second incident was at the mansion near Ginla District. I have an idea of where to go. Let's hurry there.
Let us go.
The building we're heading to is accessed to the
Ayo.
Ginla District. Let's hurry there.
Ayo.
No.
Ayo.
Is the pink your objective? No.
No, the pink is you.
No, the one at the top of the map thing.
Open the whole map.
Can I? Where's the map?
There is just a map button. I don't remember what it is.
That's the log.
Quick, press every button.
Okay. Okay, that's the icon.
Oh, that might just be north.
That's north, yeah. My brain is pink in a Kodaka game. It's important. Okay, what direction am I going? I guess that away.
I will say, these loading screens being long is a good thing. I would say you probably do want to read through some of the loading screen tips. They give you little lore bits.
I was glancing at the drone umbrella thing.
Now, I should get out that list of locations for the what do you call them? The gumshoe gabs. But I'm lazy. I don't want to look it up again.
Wow.
Wow.
Oh, could you?
There's a large mansion beyond the gate over there. I wonder
Are you
if
hopping
No,
like you're
he's trying to hop.
That's
Are you
probably
hopping
it.
like you're gonna be able
Let's
to
go
see it like that?
Here when we see.
He's short.
it's closed, as expected.
Are you
Okay.
sure?
All right.
Thanks, Fi.
No, Uchikoshi's not involved yet.
It looks like a haunted mansion.
I hope there aren't any ghosts around. I have a feeling they'll appear this time.
I've been meaning to ask, but aren't you kind of a ghost yourself?
Uh-oh.
The incident
Sally
occurred
home.
about 3 months
Okay,
ago.
I'm alive
I had
again.
no family and lived alone.
Oh, welcome
The
back.
mansion is
I-
now
I
empty
lost
and dilapidated.
Everything froze for a minute.
The crime scene is in the study.
We're
at the
good.
Back.
Oh.
Let's go.
They just.
The Nailman killings had
Halara
another
does
common
not care.
besides the locked room. The
Halara
first
needs to
person
be in
find the
there.
body was always the same person.
That worshiper from church? Do you suspect him too?
What he said did make sense. He's been obsessed with the Nailman and had access to the names of potential victims. It's not too surprising for him to be the first on the scene each time.
I guess I shouldn't assume things going into this.
That's right. It's down this hallway. The crime scene is in the room on the right side. There's little
Alright.
time. Let's head straight there.
Alright.
Alright.
Ha! Think you're partners now? Just 'cause I held hands with my master?
Shitting on me.
I'll have you know, Master and I are connected on a much deeper level.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
own my
It
soul.
sounds so suggestive.
Feels like a jump scare's coming up.
Ah!
This is the study where the crime took place.
What's wrong?
Oh,
There's something
it's
wrong?
open.
No,
I wonder if the lock was broken at the time of discovery here too.
good bit.
There's nothing left here either. It's all
Shitting
cleaned
on
up.
me shooting at your screen. It's a
I don't
FNAF
want
jump
to do
scare.
it, but
Look at
I
that shitty
suppose I can
aquarium.
share my post-it again here.
Holy shit, why are there
you
books
sure?
above it?
Why wouldn't there
Don't
be?
make a big deal out of it.
And there's a projector.
Just make it
Because
quick.
all the moisture from your fucking tank evaporating? I'm sorry, I've been to way too many fish subreddits lately.
It's cool.
Look at them.
No.
Those things would not be that small, but also,
All fish
No.
start out small.
wow, you're so big brained. You have
Yeah.
such a big brain, Safi.
I know.
Power of holding hands.
I'm the
The
smartest.
crime scene of the murder is vividly brought to life before us. It all happens in silence, as though awakening from an eternal slumber. But the corpse will never wake up again.
Stop waxing
Yellow.
poetics, Yuma.
Even if the corpse did awaken, the nails pinning him down would prevent him from rising.
I kind of missed the
Like a vampire?
corpse mind
Only
whale
entrance
from
and exit to the
Danganronpa
room.
a little.
There are
The
no
what?
windows
the
and
specific,
vent is
like,
small.
Sound
I don't see any
bite
escape
that
routes from the
plays
left
in
room.
Danganronpa when you find the
Oh,
corpse, like the
yeah.
like the whale.
Yeah.
I kind of missed that sound.
I very much, when you said that, was
Maybe the dull
thinking,
nail
what
to the wall
whale
holds
is
the
in
answer to this
Danganronpa?
bizarre mystery.
Expecting, like,
No.
a blue whale.
Alien.
No, the sound is what I
No,
meant.
no. Wait.
Oh, right. I was like, no fish? Wait, yeah, they mentioned that.
Oh man.
Oh,
Mara is obsessed with fish.
I'm not necessarily obsessed with fish, but like, projector.
That is the same projector design as one we've been seeing for like 100 line.
I mean, yeah,
Okay,
it's a
Logan,
projector.
I don't know how to break this to you, but projector designs have not changed in the last 20 years.
And 20 is undershooting.
Yeah.
Reaches. Grabs. Both of you. Both of you mock me.
I'm
You mock me, you mock me, you mock me.
Yes.
Me pointing at something I recognize, both of you killing.
I mean, also, it's probably just the same asset.
that's right. That's right.
That's right.
That's right. That's wrong.
Good. Ooh, that's bad.
That's good. That's bad. That's bad.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yuma, like, where would be the most inconvenient for these fish to have a secret passageway?
Turns Mara into
I
a
mean,
fish.
if they're the fish from Finding Nemo, they're probably already making one.
Yeah.
Turns Mara into a fish and puts her under a book.
Ah,
I guess I'm dead.
what kind of?
That kinda.
I mean,
Me flashing back to Zero Time Dilemma. I'm back in the fucking building again!
yeah,
God, that room.
that puzzle.
I wonder if I made the same joke.
I'm back in the building again!
That one took you guys so long.
I remember hating that fucking puzzle.
I remember my brain melting a bit. I like these paintings look expensive, Polar. They're fakes. Yuma's sitting there like, ah, okay.
Yeah.
The Groin Saga? 150.
Wow, that's a big one.
It's a shame the story never saw an end.
They just edged it.
No, we're just gonna let that one sit.
They're in great condition. Not with that fish tank in the room.
Mara, it's
You
fine.
have to have mad dehumidifiers.
There's a dehumidifier built in.
To the fish tank?
Yeah.
That sounds like you're gonna lose water
it
real
just
quickly.
sloop up all the. Well, that's why there's a water propulsion system pumping it in.
Lara's hands
Pumping
are
what in?
smaller and softer
Water.
than I thought.
Yuma, why are you thinking about that?
Considering Halara's strength, I thought they would be bulkier.
What?
Yumi, you can't just say that.
Yuma's
Yes, you
not
can.
saying it, thankfully. Otherwise, he'd get
Master,
drop kicked.
Is holding hands all it takes to get you hot and heavy? You're making me sad.
Well, you can't hold hands
No.
with him, Shinigami. Are you like?
Though
Yeah,
I
jealous?
am curious, is Halara a man or a woman?
Yuma, it doesn't matter.
What's wrong? Is something bothering you?
No.
Not at all. I guess it'd be pretty rude to ask now.
It doesn't matter, Yuma. Just go for it. Gosh. You'll find out later.
See, Yuma doesn't
Forever.
care. Yuma's just curious.
I know he was just curious, but
That's true.
it's true.
It appears.
It disappears. Hold on. Okay.
The victim was a well-built
That face
man,
looks rather ghastly.
approximately 30 years old. The corpse here is also covered in nails. His appendages and chest are all nailed to the floor.
The owner of this
And
mansion
she's
made his
nuts.
fortune in real estate from an early age. But along with aggressive land sharking and other illicit transactions, he made shady deals with Amaterasu Corp. There are several reasons he'd be hated. A doll
Well,
with
good
his
thing he's
name
dead.
on it was bound to be nailed in a church forest.
I wonder how the person who cursed him feels now that he's actually dead.
Perhaps they feel no responsibility. They just hopped on the urban legend bandwagon.
Is that really the case? Wait, this is odd.
Did you find something?
Look
Yeah, why is the
closely.
bird running
The
that way?
length of the nails driven into the corpse are all slightly different.
The length isn't the problem here. It's how hard they were hammered in.
What do you mean?
The nails driven into the lower torso.
Writing
went
this
through
down,
the body
Polar cares how
and into
hard
the
you go.
floor. But the nails in the upper torso did not penetrate all the way through the body.
But why would the
Ah,
culprit not
Laura
hammer
likes
the
all the
nails
way
in as
through.
hard on the upper body?
That's not the only unnatural thing. Take a look at the blood.
Yeah, why is it going
the nail
down?
wounds
Huh?
in the lower torso appear to be
Also, why is
bleeding
it pink?
sideways.
No,
But
no,
the
no, we don't
upper
talk about
torso
that.
wounds are bleeding vertically down toward his waist.
The blood flows differently between the upper and lower body?
Maybe the upper and lower torsos are different people, and they were smushed together after death.
No, we've done that before.
That's disturbing.
And yep. Same neck marks.
The cause of death here appears to be strangulation as well. And like the others, there are rope marks around the neck and traces of a struggle. Oh, but on a closer look, there's a mark left by a thin string on the back of his neck.
It couldn't have been the rope that was used to strangle him. The thickness is completely different.
there are two different types of string marks on the body. Was he strangled twice? But even
Someone
then,
tried to
it'd be odd
copycat
to
and
only
then the
have
real
marks
guy came
behind
around.
his neck.
No.
And why do the strings have different thicknesses?
Anyway, it's an important piece of evidence.
Evidence, schmevidence.
Lebanese.
Nebuchadnezzar.
Were you?
Hmm?
Ah! Accidentally fucking.
Drop hand.
Can't believe you
held hand, drop
you held their
hand.
hand by accident. To prison with you.
Accidental hand holding, 49 yards penalty. I don't know how football works.
I was about to ask, do you know? Because I don't.
No, I don't.
Move up.
Hmm.
That's my contribution to this joke.
Wow.
Yeah.
I see.
No, I put an artificial layer of dust on the book so you wouldn't tell. Can you fake dust patterns?
I'm sure you can. It would not in any way
One
be
doll nailed
easy.
to the wall.
No.
Comparatively, there was a nearly obnoxious number of dolls nailed to the walls in the other crime scenes. Maybe there was no room to nail them to the walls because of all the bookshelves in the way? Wait.
Oh, that
This
stuff
doll
nobody.
has both eyes gouged out. Did the culprit do this on purpose? This keeps getting more and more disturbing.
But it's kinda creepy cute. I want to put one next to the top of a staircase so people can run into it at night.
You're evil.
Why would you want to do that?
Fun.
You know, this doll seems made of cheaper materials compared to the other ones.
Hey, you're right. Like it's made of resin instead of porcelain. The texture looks cheap, but also more durable.
Too bad it doesn't have eyeballs.
The eye holes are connected to each other in the head cavity. It's like that darkness is staring into me. Huh?
And a bug crawls out of it.
There's a mark on the edge of the eye holes near the nose. It looks like a string rubbed against it. How did this
Wow.
mark get here?
A mark where the campfire are.
Let's gather around the campfire and sing our campfire song.
That's not what I said. Mara, eye anatomy. Hold the hands.
C-A-M-P-F-I-R, yes, O-N-G song.
It appears.
Why did someone write the tilted painting later?
Why not? Wouldn't you want to
Why?
fix it?
No. I have a
Why?
tilted painting on my wall right now that I've been ignoring for like 3 years now.
Sounds like you.
Executive dysfunction, man. It'd take 2 seconds to fix it, but I don't wanna.
No, it's just part of how things are now.
Eh. This.
Let him die.
I mean,
Well, nope.
oh, no.
This is Logan contemplating.
I'm thinking.
Vocalize your thinking.
That's dangerous.
Well, in this case, I can't really vocalize it because my vocalization in my... I want you to visualize right now a corkboard in my head, all the notes, all of them going to the center. You're panning along, I'm walking along that board. There's fucking nothing in that center.
There you go. That's content. Even if the conclusion is nothing, gotta put it out there.
There is no there ain't shit going on in this fucking kitchen.
The dolls are
I'm
cute.
not cooking. Of course you'd say that.
What they are? I love porcelain dolls.
Okay, Rika.
Okay, I'm not quite that bad.
I see.
I mean, it's fair for Rika to like her own kind. I think some of Trigger is messing with me because I keep hitting B and I have to remind myself, no, Trigger. Okay. Missed anything? Can't be.
Well, it will let you know when you've gotten everything.
Okay. Peek.
There is a vent, but it's too small for a person to fit through. And it's also screwed shut from the inside. It seems impossible to remove.
Squeeze yourself in, Yuma.
Oh, what's this now?
Yuma's
Master,
exceptionally
I
small.
discovered something. There are marks in the gap between the vents, like something scraped against it.
Really?
But given your height, you couldn't see it even if you stood on a chair.
Huh. Cool.
Halara, can you use that chair to peek into the vent?
I will do so for 10,000 Xian.
Wow.
You're charging me for it?
I jest.
Oh.
The marks in the vent seem to be left by strings
The
rubbing
concern,
against it.
Shinigami.
Did someone hitch a string to it or something? It shouldn't even be visible from your perspective.
I've got a
I'm
craving
surprised you
for
noticed.
those.
Oh, it was just a
Mhm.
hunch.
I'm curious if either of you run into these, or you may have.
Yeah.
In the deli sections of stores, they've started selling these potato keg things. I've got a sudden
The tater
craving.
tot kegs?
Yeah, the tater kegs. I've got a sudden craving for the
And
breakfast ones.
and what was it that brought this about?
No, for nothing in particular. My brain is
don't
just
believe you.
occasionally thinking. My brain is just like, want something to snack on while thinking.
See?
I
told you I'm
do not like
useful.
potato
I do way
kegs.
more than just float around.
Oh,
Guys, put it on mode.
You should give me 10,000
Crows
shares
They,
of
mush
they
on
reward.
taint
my
the
head.
pure.
I'm
They,
getting a
they
headache.
taint the tater tot experience.
okay.
I see. So
They're
they're
also
not
expensive.
they're not pure enough for you.
Alright,
They're
alright,
inferior.
Alright, vote for the
No.
new Splatfest on
No.
your phones. Tater Tot Purist or Tater Tot Futurist?
This is...
No!
We're progressing in new ways of tatering those tots. That did
Bar
not come out a
misogynist
way that I
communist.
wanted that to come out. We are not gonna. We are reversing course on that fucking slogan.
You cannot escape.
I'll...
We're going back to the drawing board on that one.
Real jellyfish cookie.
Don't play Cookie Run Kingdom while we're solving mysteries.
I can do whatever I want because I know what happens. I don't have to pay full attention.
You're Shinigami in this context. Yuma's sitting there investigating. He looks over. Are you playing Cookie Run? Yeah, she's doing it right now.
Yes, I'm playing Cookie Run Kingdom and Grand Blue Fantasy, in fact.
Locked
Damn it.
room mysteries aren't
But
I did
both
a
of these are
tunnel
minor.
earlier.
only unsolved cases the WDO deals
And
with.
did not get Shadow Milk Cookie.
My question to you is,
But in
why
normal
do you
mode.
think culprits create these locked room mysteries?
He's the only one I haven't gotten.
To make it look like the victim
I have
has
Shadow Milk
committed
Cookie.
suicide?
I only
Wanna
need
kill
one
you.
more
By cutting the space off from the outside,
soulstone until I could have
the
gotten him
murder is
again.
made to look as if the victim
Kill.
killed himself. However, The culprit of the Nailman killings doesn't seem.
Meanwhile, I'm 180 rolls into fucking
So why make
pure
it up
or
in the
eternal
mystery?
trigger.
I believe
Nothing.
the reason lies in
I
the
was
mystical
210
nature of the
before I got
Nailman
her, so
and
like,
how it bolsters the urban legend's legitimacy.
He's sitting here listening to this discussion while the two of you are playing Cookie Run Kingdom.
Well, Mara's not
It's
playing
not for the
Cookie Run
sake of
Kingdom.
self-blame.
I'm very much
Wickedness
forcing
around
her
the
away
Nailman
from it.
case.
I see.
Master, are you sure you get it?
Nope.
someone in the comments give me Shadow Milk Cookie.
Maybe.
Maybe. Well, just one more Cookie Run Kingdom thing. Man, being able to hide cookies is a game changer. I'm winning like 1 in every 3 battles just because I have Shadow Milk Cookie hidden.
How do you hide?
Go into your team edit and there's just a hide button.
Oh wait.
Oh, so it's malicious.
Yes.
Yes.
You do seem to have done all of this.
Have I?
Show him.
Then why is it
The dog
saying
is
that I
cute.
have?
You're missing something.
Switch. Drop.
And not necessarily here. You were missing something somewhere. Ah,
This one specifically is telling me that. Oh wait. No, but that's checked. That's checked.
check the door
So
again.
you haven't gotten something here.
You might have to do something with the door to progress it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The door here can only be locked with a key. However, there is only the master key. No spares exist.
What if you lose
The
it?
scenario resembles the locked room mystery.
When
of the
you
scene.
get a fucking locksmith.
We can disregard the possibility of a
God.
duplicate key. The master key was found in this room at the time of discovery.
This is also similar to the locked room mystery in the secret club.
But there is one difference. The key was found underneath the corpse.
Under the corpse? But we can't move the corpse in the past, so we can't confirm if that's true.
Post-cognition isn't all-powerful, but it's a fact that the key was found under the corpse. I have a crime scene
Aw.
photo, taken back then, in my jacket pocket. No detail has slipped past my efforts.
Right.
They're so proud of that, and I applaud them.
Huh?
Huh?
What's this?
That's
Me.
not the crimes.
Not that one. I meant the other photo. This one's unrelated to the case.
Rare, flustered, horror.
Oh, this is it. You're right. The key's near the middle of his back. But can this photo be trusted? Could it be something the peacekeepers fabricated?
The peacekeepers acknowledged the incident occurred in a locked room. Besides, there's no need for fabrication. After all, it would be more convenient for them to have fewer mysteries to deal with.
That's true. Sorry for being doubtful.
No, that's expected of a detective. You're starting to figure out how to do your job.
Was that a compliment?
Really all it takes to please you?
Yes.
Also, I drew a sketch of the room's state on the back of that photo.
Honestly, any kind of
Remember-
positive affirmation goes a long way.
Not sagely.
Always remember to kiss your homies.
Good night.
Yeah, okay.
No.
That's
Good news.
beautiful. I love that. That's great. Look at that.
Me
You
when I
got the
get
job
fucking-
done.
Me when I get fucking toasted with my big bag of Doritos.
But why a sketch? How can it help solve the mystery? Also,
Me when I accidentally hit L2 on the controller.
what was with that cat photo anyway? That's surprisingly cute.
Cat photo.
Get fooled. I was half hoping that the
Almost-
cat photo would be admitted to evidence.
Looks like there's nothing left to check.
Emotional support cat photo.
Now we've gathered enough evidence. Though it appears complicated at first glance, the answer is simple.
Huh? Halara, did you already solve the locked room mystery?
What? You haven't?
There's no way to solve it with what we have.
I love that they're like,
Locked.
it's the scary looking down on
Unfit
you.
for one detective to ask another
Pathetic.
question.
It's the pathetic
For
meme.
the sake of your own pride, you must figure it out. Unless you'd like to hire me to do it for you. It won't come cheap.
I'll figure it out myself.
It's really all about the money with Halara.
The longer I'm with Halara, the deeper into debt I'll get. It's starting to scare me.
Now, let us be swift. Next up is our last crime scene.
Wait!
He's being left behind. His legs are teeny. You can't run too fast.
Go, 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 go.
The next one is the art gallery in Gima district. We're running low on time, so we must hurry.
Right. The
Gima.
chief's in danger after all.
Wow, right. Forgot about that.
They
Me-
grabbed his
I just remembered the name of a character in this game, and I can't wait till we get to it.
Oh no.
So this is the art gallery. It's
The
closed under
umbrella
special
drones.
circumstances.
The murder occurred only about a month ago,
Umbrelle's nuts.
but I'm certain the crime scene has been cleaned
No.
up like the others. Not that it matters to me.
Wait! It's not a good idea to break into the art gallery!
too bad.
That does
Did you
not
say
stop
something?
them.
That's our Halara.
The crime scene is deep inside the art gallery. It's one of many storage rooms. Come, I won't allow time to be wasted.
Wait! Please!
I feel like I stumbled onto a Doctor Who set.
Don't worry about it.
Is
What's
this
the
the
name?
storage room where the crime scene took place?
I see a trash can
locked.
start sliding towards me.
We're
I'm
going in.
leaving.
We're like a couple of thugs or something.
No, that's just Halara. You're just here for the ride, Yuma.
Was the first on the scene the person from the church again?
As expected, it's the same worshipper. And he did say he was following the victim after finding a doll with the same name. He saw the victim enter the building late at night. He then searched the premises with the art gallery staff. When they opened this storage room, they discovered the body of the victim inside it. The door was locked at the time of discovery, and the key was found inside.
Ooh, another locked room mystery. That's more total. But I'm starting to get bored. It's not so special anymore.
What do you mean special?
Locked room
People have
oversaturation.
died. Let's start investigating.
Yeah, sounds good.
Maybe.
Oh!
Beats me.
Was the victim a woman in this?
Perhaps. Why don't you go back in time and find out?
Back in time. Yep.
Post-cognition reveals the crime scene in slightly faded colors. The room looked vaguely hazy in my eyes, even with the rows of vivid paintings within the art gallery. The smell of paint oil that permeated the room wasn't that of the past, but the present. If even the smells from the past could be recreated, the stench of the corpse would be much more overwhelming. The corpse of a young woman. She has nails all over her body, as expected.
The victim's name is Issa Moed. She used her good looks to have relations with many men. The amount of suspects who could have written her name on the doll is nearly too high to count.
The victim has those same marks that suggest
She was in her
being
slut
strangled
era.
to death.
Good for her.
Huh? But there aren't any scratches that would have been left from a struggle. And
You noticed as well.
yeah, there's a wound on the back of her head. It looks pretty deep.
Oh.
This may be the real cause of death. You know,
Yeah.
Why are all these places so dusty? Nobody
I mean,
cleans?
they've been locked off crime scenes for a while.
this is...
No, but even in the past.
I mean, it is a storage room.
But the other places, right? The last one was a study.
What?
Maybe they're just lazy about dusting.
Okay, Shinigami.
Maybe they get off on dust.
It appears. There are two keys that open this door. Only one of them was inside the room at the time of discovery. The other one was owned by a member of the art gallery staff. That staff member always carried the extra key and used it to enter this room when the corpse was discovered.
Where was the key found inside usually kept?
It's supposed to be kept in the administrative office, but it's unknown if it was always there. Maybe it was lost and the culprit found it. Or perhaps the culprit secretly stole it. Either way, the culprit managed to obtain the key somehow.
Illegal.
One key was in the storage room.
Can't do that.
The other key was always carried by a staff member. If the culprit is that staff member, Then this wouldn't be a locked room mystery, right?
Why go through the trouble of making it look like a locked room murder if you'd immediately become the first suspect?
I guess
fun.
you wouldn't.
Countered!
Thanks, Shinigami.
Thanks, Shinigami.
Oh! I've been wondering, did the culprit knock this paint can
Looks
over?
pretty new now.
If so, it could have been used for some sort of trick.
It's unwise to make up your mind before conducting a proper investigation.
It deceived you.
It may have been like this before the murder, or it could have tipped over when the discovery was first made.
Right.
You got carried away in the hopes of getting complimented. Aren't you an eager little puppy?
Be quiet.
Just like Mara.
No!
Mara does like getting complimented though.
Painting of someone Oh, I thought it said painting of someone suffering, but it's painting of someone screaming. Damn.
I mean,
That's...
Just like me, for real.
Well...
That place is suspicious.
Ish.
spacious.
You can get through that, right, Eva?
The only way in
Just squeeze your
or
way
out
out.
of here
I mean,
besides
Yuma
the
might
door
be able
is this
to.
window.
The window jets out and
Yuma
is
is
used as a
the
vent.
mailman.
It doesn't appear big enough for someone to move through.
Yuma's the mailman.
Currently, it opens outward slightly, but
I like how he
there
has
are
the
no
hop
other suspicious
to push
traces
on
on
it.
it. It seems impossible to enter or exit through here.
You're Detective Rinquinel.
This is...
I'm...
You fucking single hitting B.
I'll find out for you.
Okay, would you like to point me?
yeah.
it appears.
See, Mara, they're doing some stuff to prevent dust. Mara has become anti-dust.
I'm always anti-dust. I'm
Sorry,
allergic
Mara
to
has become pro-dust.
No!
Prodigious. Vocalize your thoughts.
We still have
Hey,
a
Emma.
blank page, I'm sorry. Oh, there it is. Looks like the fuck is still not checked.
I'm not
Yeah,
tall.
short.
I'll take a look at it. What'd you see?
Congratulations. No,
Congrats.
Lara's hand. Well, the painting that's not there anymore.
There's a nail stuck in a painting. The killer must have hammered a nail into the portrait instead of a doll. Why is there such a fixation on dolls? The crime scenes so far have all been abnormal, but this one's just sick and twisted.
What are you thinking?
Let me see this first.
Oh,
But
Unrelated to the case.
oh,
Oh,
Huh?
I see.
we better hurry.
Come on,
or
get
you'll run out of
get
time.
that brain pumping. What are your thoughts? What are you thinking? You're clearly contemplating.
How do you vocalize nothing?
Well, just what are you
Yeah.
thinking? What aspects are you thinking about? What are you leading to? What are you trying to put together?
I'm still kind of thinking back to all the previous rooms, because the commonality we have in each thing is something that they could have used to get in. I'm hearing bangs outside my fucking... anyways. Because there's the commonality in each single... There's an entrance that could feasibly have been used for someone to get in, but... This one feels like it kind of throws a wrench into that. They also seem to be directing the nail bits towards this... Oh, the dolls are here.
a large painting lies on the floor, and a doll is nailed against the canvas. One nail goes through the
Yeah,
head,
let me check something.
another
I'm gonna
nail
use
is
the
in the
bathroom.
chest.
Apologize.
Wow.
1 second.
Abandoned.
that. Abandoned.
I mean, really, it mostly just comes down to finding exit or entry points
But the
for...
nail in the chest
the nail
also
man.
passed through the circular hole.
Wait,
on the
but like,
face
what?
handle.
You're clearly having thoughts about the whole scene. What are your thoughts about the whole scene?
Hmm.
Did the culprit leave the storage room after nailing the doll and key to the painting?
I'm mostly just trying to piece together what the fuck is this killer's deal.
If that's the case, how did they lock the room? The key was nailed to the picture, so it couldn't have been used.
Well, that's what makes it a locked room mystery.
Because
I'm sure they figured out some trick.
And I need to find out what that trick is.
yeah, I've been noticing that there seem to be signs of. I don't know if it's applicable to the other one, but they may have been using some kind of string trick, but
Well, it
That
only
doesn't-
seems to have been relevant in that one scene.
yeah, each one seems like it's using it there. It's like a separate trick.
This is...
That's... That should be enough.
Is it? Me having the same vibes as Phoenix going, I know the piece of evidence that ties this
That should
together.
do
We do?
Next is the window. It would be best to check outside of it. Go ahead. I'll stay here.
outside the window? Alright.
That might actually help me.
It's fine to inspect the window, but our buddy here really insists you do everything yourself, huh? And my master does everything he's told, like a good little underling detective.
Halara
Yeah,
is
it's a good
right.
voice.
This is
I wanna
something I
be
took
called a
on
good boy.
myself.
That's you.
I both want to call someone a good girl and be called a good girl.
I can't just rely
Explodes
on
you.
everyone else after putting on a tough fight for a kid. That's why I have to do it.
Or maybe Halara's just taking advantage of you. It's obvious money is that one's only motivation.
Even so, I think it's
Good
the right
motivation.
thing to do as a professional detective.
Unless you're Gaku.
Master, being overly nice
Gaku
for no
Queen.
reason is stupid. It's why you're so deep in debt.
This ominous point is. Siri has a portrait like this.
Yeah.
I know, but
What are you mumbling about? Did you check the window?
Not yet.
oh right, I'll do it right away.
Outside the window, could that have anything to do with the locked room?
Yeah, what the hell?
I wonder what Halara discovered.
You know, I think Halara is just having fun pushing you around.
I...
I see.
Here's the window.
I see, said the blind man to his deaf friend at the corner of the round table.
Well, see anything strange?
No, nothing strange
I haven't
about
heard
it.
that particular.
I see. Try entering
I say it
through
all
the
the
window.
time.
What?
At the
Between
corner of the round
gap?
table?
That's
Yeah.
impossible.
Just try.
Okay.
Stick your head in there.
I can't. I can't even put my arm through this.
You can
gap.
put your arm through there.
I can stick a finger
You
in.
don't fit.
But that's it.
I thought so. Good job. You can return now.
Huh?
Yeah.
Huh.
Are you sure? Did you figure something out?
Did you not?
No, not at all. What's that about?
That's all they have to do.
As long as there's an opening that can fit through, really.
Oh.
Lock in.
Yuma.
Yuma, lock in!
Shinigami, say something.
No.
Hey, what are you doing here?
Being a potato.
I'm not doing anything
Don't say it like
shady.
that.
I'll call the peacekeepers.
Wait!
I'm a peacekeeper.
I'm a peacekeeper, definitely. Definitely.
I'm a peacekeeper.
A Of Amaterasu Corporation?
Yes, of Amaterasu.
Bro.
You totally fumbled that. You're no good at lying, huh?
What did you say?
We are special investigators for Amaterasu Corporation. We are currently investigating a case. Civilians must not interfere.
Huh? Oh, right. I'm sorry.
Thank you, Halara.
Are you sure it's okay to lie like that?
I've told you
Laura
before
would
that
never
deception is
lie to
necessary to
me.
finish an investigation quickly. By the way, aren't you an employee here? There's something I'd like to ask you. Can you bring over the staff member who discovered the body from that murder case a month ago?
Oh, that would be me.
Perfect.
Oh.
Describe the events for us.
I'm scared to even remember it, but if it's part of the investigation, then I have no choice.
I'll leave the rest up to you.
Sure.
There's a way deeper voice than his model would suggest.
Now,
It's not always
please tell
the
us
case.
what happened on the day of the murder.
Well,
That day, I was doing my closing procedures when someone from the church appeared. He said he wanted me to help him find someone and that he knew the person was inside the art gallery.
it's always promising.
So we looked around the premises together, but didn't find anyone. According to him, there was a chance that the person he was looking for was being pursued by the mailman. I couldn't help but feel
Mailman.
terrified when I heard that.
How did you notice something was off
Mail's
about the storage room?
here.
Here's the mail, it never fails, it makes me wanna wag my tail. When it comes, I wanna wail. Mail! I think I did this
Lights were
bit.
on, even though they were
Yeah, you
usually
have.
off. So
No, but I think I
I've
did
been
this bit when I was
carefully
playing
avoiding this
this. I definitely said nail,
the
not
door
mail,
was
but
locked, so I opened it with the key I had. But I was afraid to go any further. So I let the church person go first and open the door while I watched from behind. And then there was a corpse.
Interesting.
Did you touch the body?
Of course not. I was too afraid and froze at the entrance.
What about the churchgoer?
He saw what happened at the doorway and didn't go any further.
Are you positive you didn't touch anything inside after unlocking the door?
Yes, but the churchgoer accidentally kicked a paint can over when he opened the door. And paint spilled all over the floor.
So that paint was from back then.
Okay, I get the picture. Thank you. You may go now.
Oh, right.
goodbye. You're not needed anymore. Get out of here.
Off I go.
Taking you.
That brings all the
So,
information together.
how tight is that the moment
It's
of
time to resolve
discovery?
the case.
Yes.
Wait! I still have no idea what happened.
Time does not wait for you. Our deadline is
Because
approaching.
it's from the vibe
You
I'm
hurry
getting.
back to the detective agency.
He was the one who
Huh? What about you?
triggered
Worry not. When you're in trouble,
precognition.
say my name.
That.
Alara Nightmare shall rush to your aid.
So the
Okay.
churchgoer, but if the churchgoer was a third party and not the murderer,
We've checked everything we
then
can. All that's left
we
is
would
to
have
find
seen
the
it
true
from their
culprit,
perspective,
but-
right?
So, the first person who entered the scene. So if Churchman is the first one to see the scene, then yes, you will see it from their perspective.
Might get to see Fuzzhead get executed.
Oh, right. We need to help him. I need to hurry back before the chief gets executed.
They're gonna execute him.
I wanna know how they'll execute
They're gonna
him.
strap him in a rocket and shoot him off in the stratosphere.
Wow, spoilers.
Literally, the
What
opening of the
first
game.
fucking minute of
I know.
Danganronpa 1.
That's why I made the joke.
You're a joke.
I am. And
That's a beloved joke.
Feeling
Hey.
all
Come
of
on, let's go! Go, go, go!
you. Go, go.
go. I can't believe you remember where to go, because I definitely wouldn't.
You better hurry!
Well, see, the secret trick is I'm looking at the mini-map.
Our fuzzhead will thrill the shooting.
Uh-huh. I can't believe.
To know who the real culprit is. That's incredible.
Come on! Where's
Yeah,
your competitive spirit?
dang it, I
You might
had
be a
something
trainee,
I
but
was
you're
about to
still
say,
a
but I
detective.
forgot it. Huh. I don't think I have
By
any.
continuing, you will lose all side quests. So finish your side quests if you have not finished them yet.
What was I
Speaking
gonna
of,
say?
I think we did though, right?
I think
We
we did, yeah.
did them, but
You
I
can
wanna
also, you can just redo chapters whenever, so it's not a huge deal.
I think we got it. Okay, I remember what I was gonna say. You mentioned before that it's not like cyberpunk-esque. I feel like the best way I could describe the aesthetic of this, like I made the neon noir joke, but it really does feel like it's a noir setting, but instead of everything being like dark and gloomy, it's bright neon.
Speaking of noir, did you hear?
I've not heard anything.
There's gonna be a Spider-Man noir live-action show with Nicolas Cage.
I mean, if it can do it.
It's apparently like done filming. I have not watched the trailer yet, but it came out yesterday.
I still need to watch some of the other Marvel live-action stuff. At some point, I'm gonna sit down and go through Daredevil.
I gotta catch up on Daredevil. I never watched season 3, so I haven't watched that yet. And then I gotta watch what's out of Born Again. Moon Knight's really good though.
Moon Knight's fantastic. I love it.
Oh hey,
This guy.
I forgot about him.
It's about time.
Crash Bandicoot 4.
Hey, wait! You said I had 3 hours, huh? My watch says I still got 5 minutes!
You need to get your watch repaired. Oh dear. The worst
Yeah, your
thing is
timing is really bad.
suspect. Just throw away that piece of trash then.
I took a second, I was gonna say, hey, you're really loud before I caught the bit that you were doing.
I did it with Meekins and Ace Attorney too.
Besides, you're out of time anyway.
My favorite Crash Bandicoot game.
Take him away.
What is that
how they're
solid
sneaking
snake
up to 'em.
slouchy? What's that solid snake sneaking up on you?
Like they're gonna startle him.
Yuma! I knew you'd save me!
I love Kaiji Tang.
He sounds like he's on the verge of tears.
I feel like Kaiji
Always.
Tang almost always sounds like he's on the verge of
Yeah,
tears.
always.
The only character I've heard him voice that doesn't feel like that is Gaius from Cold Steel.
And you are.
And it's great every
This is
time.
great.
It is great.
I miss Ichiban.
I was the one investigating the Nailman murders.
Eventually, I'll catch back up and start Infinite Wealth.
Oh, I see.
Oh, that's the sound of my
Oh,
phone
so
ringing. One sec.
No more Cookie Run.
You get approximately 1 minute of Cookie Run.
That
Anyway,
was neat.
That was 30 seconds, maybe.
put your cookies
Anyways,
back.
back to Seth. Seth.
Seth Burrows is such like a fucking real estate owner name.
You go to your local state farm and that's the guy manning it.
Yeah.
So, you're the one who interfered with our work at the clock tower.
Don't worry about it.
Well,
Maybe.
I will honor your courage for confessing and turn a blind eye to that incident. You must drop this case. If you do, we will leave without pursuing any further action. That'd be the ideal solution for all of us. What do you say?
Alright, cart my boss away.
Yuma, think carefully about this. Solving the case is good and all, but think about my well-being, please.
Cart my boss
Dropping
away.
the case would end this peacefully, but still.
Oh hey, I got
Please,
Eternal Sugar Cookie.
get my dad back from them!
What?
Please! You may be a trainee.
Now I
but
can't
you
even
are
lord that
still a
over you.
detective. Once you have accepted a job, you must finish it.
I can't back down now. The Mealman killings haven't been solved yet. I will find the truth. Huh?
Sorry, boss.
Oh, you said it
You're done for.
There's no going out of this one anymore.
Yeah, I bet you'd love that.
We don't
wouldn't
pull out
you?
anyways.
I bet Shinigami would love not
definitely
pulling
don't.
out.
Then our deal
Yeah,
is
she
off.
would peg you.
He comes with us. This is for directly interfering with our work and bringing strife to Kanai Ward.
But
Please, wait! Before you go! Please listen to what I've discovered
About
while
to fucking
investigating
cry.
the past Mealman killings.
You investigated the previous killings. We handle all the information for those cases. Now that they're closed, there's nothing left at the crime scenes. I have no time for your lies.
The Peacekeeper report
Yes?
didn't say anything about the cause of death.
Yes? You can walk down the hall, right? There's nothing blocking it.
What out of fucking money?
All of the victims were strangled to death, weren't they? I suspect
catching
this
on now?
fact hasn't been made public.
Yep. You walk down the hall. You catching on what
No
I said?
money for chicken nuggets?
No money for skill.
Yeah, babe. Go lay down. Yes, I do love
I
you.
have no money for chopping up crates.
Yeah, you can't do that.
Hey,
That's
hey,
a lie.
hey, hey, oh, no. Do not climb me.
That's all I have a bunch of money right now, actually.
How did you know that?
So the cause of death was kept under wraps. I hope you see now, my investigation is legitimate. Please, let me continue. I will catch the true culprit.
I don't know where you obtained that information. However,
With my
it
special power.
appears that you must be arrested as well.
Awesome. That's my name, Yuma.
You are suspected of espionage. I believe an interrogation is in order. Take him
Wow.
away.
Take him away.
Great job.
Take him away.
Please listen to me.
Take him
Wait,
away.
like a good neighbor, State Farm Reserve.
With a sandwich. And the girl from 4E? Get a hot tub!
Hot dog?
Hot tub.
Almost had it, but got too carried away, rookie.
Hot your dog.
Worry not. When you're in trouble, say my name.
Don't got a hot dog.
Bailey, you can also walk down the hall. Girl, come on. I hear you barking at the end of the hall.
Halara Nightmare shall rush to your aid.
That's right.
You're gonna have to pay her for this.
It appears you require the aid of a great detective.
What are you, a
She was
superhero?
fucking like she was just sitting in the eaves watching.
What are you, Batman? Bat them?
Yeah.
Bat them. Watch out. It's bad.
Laura, you came for me.
Yeah, as I said I would.
It's the freaking bad.
You committed acts of violence against the Amaterasu Corporation peacekeepers.
You've committed crimes against Skyrim and her people. What say you in
Let's
your
say
defense?
you in your defense.
I promise to give him a stern lecture after this. Can we please keep things on the down low? Mr. Sav, are you alright?
Who do you think we are? In this town,
Hey,
You are nothing but an audience. The
wow.
resolution is premiering now. The leading role belongs not to you or me, but to you.
Me? I'm the lead guy here?
I've set the stage for you to solve the case. The time has come for you to risk it all as a detective. Expose the true culprit.
The
Who are you
girl
pointing
reading
at?
this?
What's
Oh.
going on?
I don't know why I was brought here. Can I go home?
So that's what you meant about setting the stage. I mean, Halara did suggest the real killer was among the people at the church. And now I have to point them out here?
Hey, Yuma, are you sure you got this?
Nope.
Are you really sure?
Nope.
Nope.
There's no
I
room
don't
to mess
think we-
up here, you know?
Well... What do? I haven't gathered my thoughts yet.
Hey, Shinigami.
It's not like I can just ask for more time here.
Hey Shinigami,
Shinigami.
you wanna do that thing? Do the thing.
I don't think so. Laura seems to know the answer already, so why don't you just pay up for it?
But that would waste all of Halara's efforts setting the stage for me.
Huh. So you want to solve this all on your own? If you can't ask Halara for help, why don't you try asking me instead?
You mean the mystery labyrinth?
The peacekeepers aren't just gonna stand by and listen to your deduction here. Things are just gonna escalate, and it might even end up with more deaths.
Oh no.
And that's where yours truly comes in. We have the information we need from the investigation. All that's left is to solve the case with the mystery labyrinth.
But if I do that...
There's always a price to pay. When I reap the soul of the true culprit, the mystery labyrinth created by the culprit is destroyed. But as
And?
a price, the source that created the mystery labyrinth also perishes.
Which means the real culprit will die.
Huh? This killer's a total psycho who's already killed many others. Why do you care so much?
Yeah.
Do you want to solve this case, Master? What about your
Yeah.
promise to that kid?
What's wrong, Yuma? If you
Oh,
don't
wait,
hurry,
stop.
the peacekeepers will wake up.
The game
What
is
is
not
this
going from
nonsense about a resolution?
Oh, sorry.
Nope,
I
that's
don't
something
have
frozen.
time for this.
you. No. Logan does not have ears, apparently.
What? No, I don't. I was very caught up in the conversation happening. I was
Fine.
100% caught up in the moment.
Everything's fine.
I also have a dog barking down the end of the hallway. Hang on.
Fun.
Done.
I like Seth's design.
Me too. You'd be a really good Danganronpa character. Alright, I have every beast, I have every ancient, I almost have every legendary.
It's a repeat of last time where because it's a dark hallway and it's scary and no one's there, she doesn't want to walk down it, so I have to physically go there and show her it's okay to walk. Okay, so what were we
Stupid.
saying?
Nothing. Continue.
Seth's got a great design. Anyways.
He does.
I will make you listen by force if needed.
Thanks,
That is
Laura.
my job as assistant.
Thanks.
Gentle persuasion.
Oh, you better hurry, or things will start getting bloody around here. That's the spirit. Well, Master, are you mentally and physically prepared?
There she goes.
There she goes. She's gay.
No. Unfortunately,
No, I
she's
know.
not.
She is
I know.
very heterosexual. Actually, no, she's more mystery
What?
sexual.
Really wants to peg Yuma.
Yuma
I
coconut.
appreciate the rain also freezing.
Just like Kamen Rider Kabuto.
Uh oh! Oh!
This time
Hi!
stopped.
Holy shit!
Well, this is embarrassing.
How are you moving right now?
Yuma, what happened?
Well,
Someone's forte?
Oh!
Halara's in here too.
Not so.
You knew
You mean that's so?
Master, you used your coalescence,
Ow!
remember? Your ability isn't like some one-way street. You have the power to borrow someone's abilities, and you share yours as well.
huh. Well,
Here ended up
Halara,
wandering into the mystery
Shinigami,
labyrinth
Halara.
because of that. I think.
You're not even sure.
So yeah, whenever I'm muttering to someone, this is who?
Who are you?
This'll take too long to explain. Plus, I don't feel like it. So I'll roll over the master.
This is mildly embarrassing, specifically because it's like Halara expecting you to have it figured out by now. Now she gets
no clue.
now they get to see fucking Yuma sit down and like try to solve it.
I believe in Yuma.
It's good though.
It is good. They get to watch Yuma fucking flounder around in the dark. Or is it just Yuma who gets this, or does now Lara also have a chain?
Why would Halara have a chain?
Where am I?
Don't worry about it.
What should I do? I'll need to explain everything, won't I?
We don't have much of a choice now. No point in keeping secrets here.
Halara? Let me explain.
Again.
I love it.
My favorite. It's my favorite bit.
And that's how this mystery labyrinth involving the Nailman killings materialized.
I see. So mystery labyrinths are materialization of mysteries themselves, and the truth is encased deep within. I appear to have underestimated you. This is an amazing forte.
Yep, that's what it is.
Yeah, not really a
It's quite
forte.
a superhuman power. As far as I know, no other ability comes close to this.
Yep, that's
Yeah, 'cause
exactly
I
what this is. Yep,
I kind
it's a
of
forte.
I traded my soul for it. Don't worry about it.
You just traded, you know, half my lifespan for a forte. You know.
I think she'd respect
deal.
that.
Who
Yeah.
are you? I
Them just
refuse
like,
to think you're just a trained
you know what?
detective.
It's a game recognizes a game moment.
To be honest, this isn't my ability.
Nope, shut up.
Before you continue, tell me, who is that woman beside you?
Breasted Buble over there?
Her name is Shinigami. I think the simplest way to describe her is that she's a guide for the mystery labyrinth.
Except
hair
she's
is-
useless at that, so like don't pay too much attention to her.
That's me! I'm also Master Scary Cute Mentor.
On to my next
Got it.
question.
You're just gonna ignore me?
You
Yeah.
mentioned the Nailman case just now. I had heard the rumors about that around town. Why are you investigating that case?
Huh? What are you talking about? We were just investigating the Nailman case together.
The Nailman. We were pursuing that case together?
You don't remember?
Huh?
There was a young boy who wanted to hire a detective and you turned him down.
I do remember you received a request from a child about some case, and you ended up seeking my help.
Okay, now she doesn't know that she knows the answer.
We had to nerf Halara because they just solve the case otherwise.
The cost for hiring me was 5,500,800 yen.
Well, you remember that at least. Fuck.
I remember the exact amount.
But I can't remember what the case involved. I do vaguely recall investigating something. My mind is clouded. I don't remember exactly what was being investigated or what was discovered.
Could that be?
Yeah, it's because of the Mystery Labyrinth. The Mystery Labyrinth is a fortress protecting the truth, so outsiders usually can't reach it. If someone did happen to wander in, their memories of the case would be locked away. Though, if you have a pact with me, you wouldn't be affected. But I guess that part of the pact can't be shared.
This is the Mystery Labyrinth's defense mechanism, then. It makes sense for a vault that protects its treasure, the truth, to have a significant level of security.
Yep, totally not strange at all. Halara here sure is smart.
Halara.
Oh, don't mind her. She gives people random nicknames.
Anyway, since my
Don't mind her,
memories
she
of the
sucks.
case have been taken away, I will provide a supporting role for your investigation.
She sucks and we love her.
Supporting role?
As long as we're in here, I will act as your assistant. Well, that's the same as our original agreement.
That means we can't rely on Halara's detective skills to blast through this dungeon. That's
Well, no, of
unfortunate,
course not.
but it's still nice to have an ally.
Hey, Master, before we head into the Mystery Labyrinth, let's do that thing.
Huh? What thing?
Master, are you ready to give your life for the truth?
Halara,
Yeah.
do not worry about this.
I am.
Or do if you're into it.
Yeah. What are you doing? There we go.
The throat groat.
The throat groat.
This world is just full of surprises.
Don't worry,
I
don't
assume
worry,
that
don't worry
sword
about
is used to cut down enemies, interfering with your progress through the Mystery Labyrinth.
You're right. It's a special sword that can interact with things here.
I better materialize the solution keys I got during the investigation, too.
Oh boy.
You know, I think Kodaka might be in the vomit.
He could.
Yeah.
That was
2 games in a row.
Here you go.
I didn't think about it until now.
Do you have to vomit them out every time?
What? Should I use a different hole instead?
I mean, yeah, maybe.
Sorry, please don't mind her.
Alright, we're all set.
Piss or vomit is more
Let's
weird.
riddle this mystery labyrinth. Our target is the true culprit who preys on the truth.
He's
Why
either
aren't you
into-
answering?
He's either into vomit or he had an experience where an attractive woman vomited in front of him and he's never been able to try that from his mind. It's like
I
how
understand that progressing
Takeuchi and
through this
Nasu saw
mystery labyrinth
really
will
like
allow us to
absurdly
obtain
beautiful
the
white
truth.
woman once when walking around, and that's just hung in the back of their minds.
No, she was an actress, and we knew who she was.
Ah.
But what happens
I just
to
don't remember
us
who she
if
is
we
at the
can't
top of my
find
head.
it?
We'd be lost, wandering around here forever.
But as long as we reach the truth, it doesn't matter how much time we spend here.
Oh, I forgot to mention that. But there's a time limit for solving the mystery labyrinth.
What?
Oh, what?
There's a limit to how long you can stay in here. Stick around too long and your soul will leave your body behind.
Well, that's good to mention.
Your soul will wander until it's
I'm wanting to
eventually
hit
absorbed by the
L1 so
mystery
I can
labyrinth.
auto-run.
And you vanish entirely.
I wish I said
I keep-
auto-run.
I keep trying to hit the turbo button from Cold Steel in
Why are you laughing?
Line.
You should have told me this a long time ago.
Now relax, quit whining. A detective is bound to die anyway. Isn't that right, Helora?
It's no different from our usual line of work. A detective's life is always on the line.
See? Listen up, Master. You might learn something.
You're taking this awfully well, Halara.
Is
Halara,
Kalara
like,
following along with you, or is
Yes,
it
I
just
believe
them?
if you turn around. Yep.
Oh,
Yep.
okay.
Halara, like, well, this isn't that strange. What in the fuck?
What's this?
Hey, have you ever seen A
They
Nightmare
seem
Before
to
Christmas?
represent the 4 crime scenes.
Yeah, I have. I love
assume
it.
that solving all 4 will allow us to progress.
We're in the
Oh, I see.
we're in the
holiday
portal
trees.
forest.
We're in the
Sounds
different
your
holiday
job.
trees.
So what's first? How about starting with the clock tower, since it was the first one you investigated?
If the numbers are set chronologically, then the clock tower would be the 4th locked room mystery.
Hmm.
First off,
Oh, I want to go to number 1 first.
No.
Let's solve this thing!
Why? Why is she firing her laser?
Just
Why
getting
not?
ready to blast. Just getting ready to blast the Frankie nipple
Are
lights.
you going to the 4th locked room?
Why are you vibrating?
Why were your legs vibrating?
This is an exact replica of the clock tower crime scene. Shinigami, you didn't recreate it with your powers, did you?
No, I can only do that when I hit you so hard in the head you almost die. It looks to me like the crime scene materialized in the labyrinth on its own.
the 4th locked room is the latest chronologically, correct?
That's right. And this is also what got me involved in the mailman killings.
What are the details of the case? Try to tell me as concisely as possible.
The crime was a locked room murder inside the storage room of a clock tower. In the middle of the room was a woman's corpse covered in countless nails.
Okay, it was just a text box. I thought her body was twitching.
No, the
Which
text
means
box is like
that's the corpse.
wobbling.
It wiggles a bit.
I was like, wait, huh? Guys.
Yeah, there were also lots of dolls nailed to the walls. It looked just like one of those bizarre crime scenes left behind by that nailman guy from the urban legend.
Hence the nailman killings. From the look of it, the door was locked from the inside.
Yeah, it was locked until the body was discovered.
There's only one window, and its shutters were down as well. I see. So the shutters were locked too.
This is the 3rd floor of the clock tower. It's too high up to jump from here.
So it really is a locked room mystery.
Hey! If this is a locked room, aren't we stuck in here too? Oh no! Master! You're trapped unless you solve this mystery! Otherwise, you'll run out of time and your soul gets snuffed out! You better hurry!
Hey! Huh?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
I see. So that's how to make the questions appear.
Yeah, what I'm thinking is we're treating this. Damn it! It is 999. Seek a way out.
Speak away
I'm
out.
surprised you're so calm after seeing that.
The way out.
Okay. Shutters stop when they raise completely. If let go midway or up or down, they're by their own weight and they lock when. Let's see. Nails had some scuff marks. I'm gonna unlock it. Turn inside. Oh, no, I wasn't selecting
You
that.
fucked it up.
Where did the culprit...
You can figure it out if you...
Where did the culprit flee from?
Based on what I'm seeing.
So also, again, vocalize your thought process.
So, the vocalize, yeah, my brain is like, she's saying it's timed. Rush.
Oh, you were not actually talking.
I'm not actually timed, no. Yeah, no, she was saying that for plot, so my brain
Yes.
was rushing, like, shit, we gotta hurry. The evidence and the solution keys here, I'm specifically hanging on the suspicious footprints bit here, because it noted that these footprints behind the clock tower were facing the walls if they were entering from that way. Or, well, as if they were walking toward it. And this gate here remains opened and unlocked if it hits the top, and it only locks once it closes. So what I'm wondering is, it's too high to jump from, but it's not impossible to, in theory, scale up it. And so if they could have set up some kind of arrangement with the dolls and these nails, because for some reason they keep using these dolls for nails, but I don't think it's just an aesthetic choice. They've noted, I've been seeing like evidence of them using some kind of system with string to like create things, and I'm wondering if they're making makeshift pulleys to engineer these lock-proof scenarios. So what I'm suspecting they may have done is, I think they exited from here because well, actually,
Well, so remember, the one of the things about all of them is the key is in the room.
yeah. The only way to unlock this is to turn the knob from the inside, is the big thing.
Sorry, in the clock tower, I don't think there was any indication of the smaller string. The smaller string just appeared in that one area.
So, actually, this is what I'm specifically landing on with that, is 2 dolls nailed underneath the window with nails that had some kind of scuff marks on them. So clearly,
Yeah.
these were used as a kind of fulcrum point. I don't know if it was necessarily string, but they used these dolls for something to give themselves some kind of leverage point. And actually, considering that this door can only be unlocked can be unlocked from the inside, I'm wagering that I think they may have left
Here.
Yeah. Because the dolls give an exit point if we assume that these aren't just here for aesthetic purposes, they have scuff marks on them. Then that means that they likely
It could be that he used those nails as an anchor to use to get out with a rope.
Yeah.
The culprits must have escaped through the window.
And your reasoning?
When I arrived at the scene, the window shutters were closed. It was wet underneath the window, but I could tell it was already starting to dry.
Which means the window was open not too long ago.
It's likely the culprit escaped through the window and closed the shutters on the way out.
Is it possible to close the shutters from the outside?
Yes, this style of shutter automatically locks, so if you let go of the shutters at the right height, its momentum pulls it down. And once down, it locks all on its own. In other words, the culprit held up the shutters while moving outside. Once they let go, it automatically locked.
In that case, let's try leaving this locked room in the same way.
Right, let's try it.
Hey. So,
The Nailman killings have already been solved.
Is he that peacekeeper?
ah!
It's a mystery phantom! People covering up the case in the real world are manifested like that here to stop us!
You think the culprit really escaped from here? This high up? If you fall, you die. Why don't you give it a try?
Help!
Oh no.
Whee!
Hey, don't drag me down with you.
We can't leave the guests behind, Halara! It would be downright unmannerly!
Wow.
Wow.
It's so simple.
Oh?
This might be a little tough for you, Master.
Bam bam. Bam bam. Bam bam.
Yuma, the mystery labyrinth is a manifestation of a mystery. So solving it will get us out of this, right?
I think so!
The culprit wouldn't have fallen out of the window like we did. They would need a tool to get up and down.
A tool?
You should have found something during the investigation. I was helping you, after all. You must have seen the answer with your own eyes.
Huh?
Master, concentrate!
What did the culprit use to escape from the high location?
No, I can't dodge it!
Oh wait, that's Kex from the PlayStation!
Master, concentrate!
This must be it! That's it! We found the burnt remains of that rope in the incinerator at the church. The culprit had used that rope to escape through the window.
I forgot about that.
What traces did using the rope leave behind?
No, I
No.
can't dodge it!
I
Fucked it up.
No, I can't dodge
Fucked it up.
Oh,
So you can.
I was
can
pressing
wait.
the side. No, I was pressing the side buttons to.
Okay.
Because
I think I don't remember if it was this one. There is. Okay, yeah.
that's it. Okay. I was pressing the side. I was moving my
The
stick
nail that was
to
stuck in the
dodge it,
doll
but
under
it was
the window
registering
had
that as
some
an.
rub marks on it.
Hmm.
The culprit must have tied the rope there. That's why those nails have been hammered in below the window.
It wouldn't be possible to climb down a rope simply hooked onto a window. Unless you've had special training for
That's
it.
that's not true.
There's no way an
Not
amateur could manage
necessarily
it.
true.
That can't be how things went down.
In that case, it couldn't have been an ordinary rope. It must have been...
What's that? I can't hear you!
What were the rope's burnt remains originally? Special rope, says Mara.
Don't worry, I'm right here with you. In spirit, anyway.
There's no way I can dodge it!
Belt. Which one did you pick?
It wouldn't be possible to climb down the
Hey.
ropes.
Let's see.
simply
Look,
hooked
we'll
onto
talk
a
about it.
window. Unless you've had special
I
training
hit
for
safety
it.
line.
There's no way an
You know how
amateur
long
could
it's been
manage
since
it.
I looked? We went
Can't
through
be how
that.
Things went
I don't
down.
remember.
It's been 3 weeks.
A month.
In that
A
case,
month.
it couldn't have been an ordinary rope. It must have been.
There were 2 nails. It's the rope ladder.
I can't hear you.
It's a belt.
Where would it be a belt?
Don't worry, I'm right here with you. In spirit, anyway.
Beam!
Beam. Explode.
At least Shinigami just
You're
floated.
alive.
Like she wasn't even in danger.
We're alive.
Yuma, are you okay?
Yeah, thanks. You saved me, Halara.
Correct. It's all thanks to me. Money well spent, no?
Well, it was a lot of money.
Come on! Are you two just gonna keep staring at each other all day? Let's get out of this locked room!
So jealous.
Right.
So this is the rope ladder in question. It certainly would help you escape. The details of the case are still unclear to me. Was this found in the church's incinerator?
That's right. It didn't concern me at the time, but it makes sense now. The rope can be folded in the middle, and then the ends can be connected together. And that's how they made a rope ladder.
What makes you so sure it was used here?
The nail under the window showed signs of friction from a rope, and had some yellow fibers on it. A clergy member showed me the rope's burnt remains, and I noticed it was the same yellow color. And there were footprints on the ground below the window of the clock tower, facing the wall. Thinking about it now, these were clearly signs that someone climbed down the rope ladder and landed there.
Wait, wasn't the rope ladder hitched on that nail? How did they get it down from the bottom?
The culprit could have cut it one rung at a time as they descended. By the time they reached the bottom, it would have been one long single rope, which they could easily pull down.
The window's shutters fell due to its weight and locked automatically, completing the locked room.
Yep, that's a stellar deduction. Major props. To me for training you!
Yeah.
Thank you, Shinigami.
The culprit used that rope ladder to escape the clock tower. What of it? That doesn't change our verdict at all. The Watchmaker is the culprit.
Master, boom kill the mystery phantom blocking your path!
Boom kill.
Yeah.
Boom kill.
I kind of want to know what she says in Japanese.
Boom kill, obviously.
Bakuhatsu Shindan.
These deductions of yours are unnecessary. It's clear who the culprit is. The Watchmaker was nearby at the time of the crime. The Watchmaker was also at the scene. And he had a hammer for the nails. In other words, he committed the crime. After committing the crime, just as he deduced, he created the locked room.
Ah, damn it! I hit the wrong button.
Yep. Back it up!
Right. These deductions of yours are unnecessary. It's clear who the culprit is. The Watchmaker was nearby at the time of the crime. The Watchmaker was also at the scene.
No, I want the
And he had a hammer for the nails. In other words, he committed the crime. After committing the crime, Just as you deduced, he created that locked room and escaped via the rope ladder.
This is the truth.
소리버치가요.
The watchmaker is afraid of heights. He couldn't even look out the windows as he went up the tower. No way he climbed a rope ladder that high up. So it's impossible for him to have committed the crime.
What if he was
He's
lying
not
about being
the
scared?
mailman.
Me carefully curating my reputation as someone who's scared of heights so I can commit one murder.
Yeah. No, I mean, like, I say that as a joke, but there is, like, a level to which you have to accept basic facts of something, otherwise, like,
Yeah.
there becomes no solution, because if you question literally everything, then there just can't ever be a truth.
Mm-hmm.
What does that seem to?
Which means the Peacekeeper Seth is trying to do just that.
I don't know why, but it's clear the Peacekeepers are involved with this case.
Perhaps it is connected to Kanai Ward's ultimate secret.
The ultimate secret.
The ultimate secret?
All the more reason to seize the truth. Let's go.
Right.
Jeez, who's the protagonist here?
Me.
Mm,
Can't believe it's saucy.
Sasirayo.
By the way, Yuma, about your sword. Does it only work on cues and mystery phantoms?
The solution blade works against anything in the mystery labyrinth. So don't cut your allies by mistake, Master.
You could have told me that sooner.
Can I use that sword?
Oh, so sorry. Only Master is able to use it because he made a pact with yours truly. You may be under the effects of coalescence, but you're just an extra here, Helara. So nope, you can't use the solution blade.
I was merely curious. Regardless, it's best I act as support, since I don't have any memories of what happened. Let's return to the case. Assuming the watchmaker isn't the culprit, do you have any notion of who is?
I do. Halara, during the investigation, you claimed one of the people at the church is the culprit. I think I understand the reason why now. That rope was found inside the incinerator, which only clergy members could access.
In other words, whoever tried to destroy the evidence is a member of the church.
Right.
Prompt and logical. I am quite impressive.
Yeah, don't feel yourself too.
Wait, you're tooting your own horn?
Fucking my clone has actually always been my dream.
I see.
Wow! You know,
Well, hey! A treasure chest! Can I open it?
Just kicks it.
Check it out! A new solution key!
Ah!
Fire.
we're back to the original
Fire.
spot.
So we cleared the first route. We just need to keep this up and go through each shrine one by one to gather
I'm glad that
clues
if
about the
anything
culprit,
came from the little bit that I
which
played of
supposedly
Abyss,
leads to
it's
solving
new
the real
thing
life
fire.
case. I'm starting to understand how the mystery
Fire.
labyrinth operates.
You learn fast. Unlike a certain master I know.
If you're so impressed, why don't you just sign a pact with Halara?
Oh, are you sulking? You're the jealous kind, aren't you?
No, I'm not.
We should try time, aren't we? Let's move on.
That's such a fucking
Right.
I
terrible
can't wait to
way
meet
to
the
deny
culprit's
that.
soul. What do we do
No.
next? You can choose whichever you want, so...
Let's see.
Let's see. Chronologically, one is.
The first locked room happened 6 months ago in a secret club in Kamasaki district. An old geezer was nailed. If you think you... Are you going to the first locked room?
Sure.
Let's get this one out the way.
Anything for you, creepy doll.
What?
But
Oh, did we get trapped inside a locked room again? But if the mystery isn't solved, then I won't escape this place.
It's okay.
Trapped in a cramped room with these two. Sounds kind of fun, actually.
I have no intention
Yeah.
of playing along with your fantasies. You
Shinigami's like,
hurry up and
"Sweet."
take care of this.
Yeah, okay.
Or picking up what she's putting down and going, no, stop that.
This is where I used Halara's forte with my coalescence for the first time. Post-cognition allowed us to see the crime scene as it was in the past. Some things were obviously different. Those are most suspicious.
Doc has already announced the next game he's gonna. Next game that he's gonna direct at least.
You cannot stop him.
Here.
Yeah, no. This one's.
And honestly, I would not want to stop him.
I know. What about the
You
vent?
need weirdos in the industry and stuff.
I mean, fuck, Uchikoshi already has another game
You believe the
done.
culprit escaped through the vent?
Yes, I'm sure of it.
I think I've just come to the conclusion in my year playing games and seeing different characters. I just want shit made by weirdos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When I saw the crime scene with your post-cognition, the screws on the four corners of
Passionate
the vent
stuff
cover
made
were
by
removed,
weirdos.
which means the culprit must have escaped from there.
Ah! He's venting!
How ludicrous.
The way he wormed out of there.
You're saying the culprit escaped from the vent? That's impossible.
He was in electrical.
Holes until he's a makeshift workhorse.
We did the same
What does
bit.
that mean?
I miss playing Among Us with people.
I miss Among Us.
Among Us.
Among Us.
I miss Flossie collectively gaslighting all of us into believing he's not the killer.
Well, the worst part about it is Saucy is, with you specifically, Saucy.
How ludicrous.
Whenever we played Among Us,
Used the vent.
if you're the fucking killer, you are the most dangerous person in the room because you can lie at the drop of a hat. If you're not an imposter, you're the most useful person on the ship because you're probably gonna be one of the first people to piece it together who is the imposter.
And you can't tell in the moment.
I still think my favorite one was we were on the like Air City
That's
map.
not only impossible.
I'd gone ahead and was on the
It is.
what do you call
Isn't
it?
it pretty high up?
The thing that shows where people are.
You could get there.
So I knew all of you guys were there.
Cover was
No one had gone past me, and then I saw Courtney come from above, and I was like, no. No, and then I went and hit the button, no one died, and I got the killer out.
How ludicrous. They used the vent.
I'm smart sometimes.
Smart. It's terrifying sometimes.
Think of where that vent is. Isn't it pretty
Social
high up?
games are just very.
There's no way you could get there.
I think we would come to blows if we fucking played werewolf.
There's no
We need a
foothold
wait. We
use
need
to
people to play a Town
We
of
need way more
Salem.
people.
Yeah, werewolf would require a lot more people.
Yeah.
Some of the nails stuck in the bottom of
And
the
God,
vent
my
were
deduction
bent
skills aren't
downward.
good enough for that. I think I've lost my
The
brains.
culprit used the nails driven into the wall as footing to reach the vent.
So if I've lost my brains, how do I think? You just don't know.
See, my problem is I'm an awful liar, but I have good deductive reasoning, so I'm usually best at fucking playing a not imposter. My problem is I can't lie well in the heat of the moment, and also you can tell when I'm lying because there's you can absolutely hear a smile on my face.
The best part for me was how much I pinned down April so much so that that intonation is only when she lies.
You can absolutely read the it's the same for me. You can absolutely read the intonation when I'm lying.
I think
That's
I
why
got okay at, like, being convincing,
So you're forced
but...
to fight this way every time. Quite the test of endurance.
Yeah, no kidding.
However, solving the mystery itself is simple. The nails were resisting the event. Did you find that out using my explanation?
Hold on 1 second.
Yeah, me too. It got...
Okay.
It got crunchy. Yeah.
Now everything's popping.
Alright, gang.
Alright, that's better.
Yeah, we're back.
Oh, it's another
It
part we have
happens
to
every
cut
once
out.
in a while.
You'll never be considered a full-fledged detective until you can handle a case like this on your own.
Sorry.
You got lectured again. Sucks to be a rookie, huh? Anyway, let's head out. We'll use the nails on the wall as footing, just like you deduced.
Right, let's hurry.
You know, in Among Us, I found the only times I've done this as an imposter is I have to specifically target Saucy.
Yeah.
Because Saucy can absolutely tell when I'm lying, and is far too good at deductive reasoning for me to be able to make any kind of excuse around him.
I must ask, is there no way to escape?
It's really funny when
besides
Saucy and I
solving
ended up being
mysteries?
imposters together because, like, we did not need to communicate.
I just remember the one that I was so mad about. We literally only told the truth about everything, and you still got taken out.
Yeah,
Gosh, I don't even remember the whole context of that one.
I wasn't even being sus, man.
You mean like an emergency exit? Unfortunately, I don't think that exists.
An emergency exit, huh? Well, there is one, kinda.
There is?
Huh?
But it
Yeah.
doesn't solve anything. You'll just go right back to the mess you came from. Besides, to use the emergency exit, you'll have to pay a heavy, heavy price.
And that is...
Can't wait to have to use that in the
Worry about
future.
it. Using it here wouldn't help anyway. So, never mind. Just concentrate on solving
I love
the
when
mystery.
things like this are mentioned and then you have to use it later. Like,
Got
don't
it.
mention this if you're not going to use it. Come on.
No, fuck you. Chekhov's gun can suck my dick.
No. No, I just want the angst of having to big thing happen. I don't care about your gun.
See, meanwhile, I like the like lesser version of this where they'll bring it up and make it out like they seem like it's gonna have this big drawback, and then it's something comically small.
No, I don't want comedic. I want
Oh
angst.
no, you stubbed your toe.
Oh no.
Alright, I'm writing down this time code so that whichever one of those it ends up being, I can pull this clip to flashback when it happens.
Wow.
You have to pay a heavy, heavy price. Shinigami opens it. Her cup size goes down by 1.
No! Slams my hands on the floor.
Treasure chest this time.
No, if that were the
How
price
that?
to pay,
Whoever
Mara's
looks
response
like they
would
win
be
a
just
character
repeatedly
popular
opening and
people.
closing it at least 3 times.
Oh, that's me. All right, another solution key.
Fucking creature ass.
Looks like another
Why he got
clue
cake?
leading us toward the culprit.
Why don't you?
Someone can.
Considering the culprit used those nails as footing, they would have to be nimble. And given the size of the vent, only someone thin could fit through it.
Alright, that rules out, big boy.
Not with that cake.
So the culprit must be thin. We're narrowing down.
Keep it up, Mask.
Why was there a conflagration?
All right, let's keep going and solve the
The
remaining
final
locked
boss
rooms.
is Smokey.
The bear?
The bear.
Wow.
Only you can prevent forest fires.
Fuck. Well, you can't argue with that.
The second locked room. The corpse was inside the. If you think you're up for.
Yeah, let's take a look at
Are
this
you going
study.
to?
No, I want to read that. She didn't got a secret. What was her secret? What was her secret? No!
There are dolls nailed across the room. The victim is nailed down in the same manner.
That's your secret, Cap.
And the culprit was also missing from this room? It shares common traits with the other mailman killings.
And we're trapped again. Looks like you gotta solve the mystery of this locked room, or we're not leaving.
I'll try.
Well, Laura, remember this after we get out.
Good question.
The door was locked when the corpse was found.
I like that sound sample that he likes to read at Kodaka. Like, whoever does a sound
Yeah.
design in these games likes to reuse that ba-da-da-da-da-da.
And the only key was underneath the body. There are no windows that could have been used to escape, and the vent is too small to fit through. So how did the culprit escape from here?
Let's see. This is the one.
Wah, 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 wah.
Oh, where's my solution keys? Square. Can I look at my solution keys?
No. I don't actually know. Doesn't look like it. Where did the culprit flee from?
Okay, I guess I gotta raw dog it.
Yeah, just think.
Well, you see that there were lines here that were going through this event.
He honestly could have just escaped through the door.
Yeah, no, I'm thinking that he may have just rigged it so that he could escape through the door and then either lock it and then lock it from the outside or something. Because I'm not really seeing any of that. Yeah.
This has to be the spot. To leave the room, the culprit had to have taken this door to the hallway.
Huh? There's nothing special about that.
But there's no other possibility. There isn't another entrance or exit.
But the door itself was locked and the key was found under the corpse, right? After locking it from outside in the hallway, how did the culprit enter the room and put the key under the corpse?
Try it. Everything must be verified.
Sure. After committing the crime, the culprit went out to the hallway with the key in hand. They then locked the door. Assuming that's the only way to create this locked room, the problem is...
What are you going to do with that key in your hand, Master? Don't tell me you still have no idea.
Hold on, let me think this over. we should go back inside for now. Huh?
Looks like we're locked out.
Get bent, idiot.
Huh? Dead end!
What
What do I do?
Calm down. You just need to solve the mystery. Doing that will open the path. You can do it, can't you?
Yes.
We have to put the key back in the locked room, right? In that case...
Another string pulley.
Throw away!
Right. The key could be slid through the gap in the vent cover above.
So if you pick throw away, I believe I picked throw away just 'cause it would be funny. He literally just throws it into the void.
Here.
Congrats, Yuma, you doomed us all.
It stopped, but nothing happened. The door is still closed.
If it was wrong, a trap would have activated. So we're on the right track about the key being thrown in.
But there's more to it than that. If you simply threw it in, it'd be impossible to position it under the corpse.
That's why you have
I see.
the wires.
So this is the vital clue for this locked room. I'm beginning to understand what happened here.
Lara, have you already solved the trick to this locked room?
You haven't?
I think Halara and Hiriko underline.
No, I don't think they would. Hiriko wants blood.
Just me. It whispered in my ear.
If you want information from me, you'll have to pay a fitting price in Xian. Of course, I don't work for cheap.
You really are a devil. Trying to take money from a death god, huh?
Shinigami pulling out a little piggy bank.
Alarm.
Key
Oh,
was
so you're a death god?
definitely tossed inside. But that doesn't explain how it got under the corpse. So, how did the culprit pull off that trick after tossing the key in? Maybe the corpse was moved? That would explain how it was on top of the key. But how do you move a body from outside a locked room?
Easy.
Hi.
Aww, the way's completely blocked off.
But the only things here that can block our progress are mysteries, right?
That's true. So, we just need to solve the mystery.
At least give me a heads up first.
It says, how was the corpse moved?
Hey, Bailey, come in here. Okay.
I've been trying to figure it out for a while, but...
Evidence was left at the scene.
Huh?
If you look at the evidence, you'll understand what tool the culprit used to pull this off.
Yeah, if you just know how to think, you'll know how it is. Idiot.
Yeah. Gosh, why don't you have a brain? If you think real hard about it, you'll know.
Tool?
That's all the advice I'll provide. You must figure out the rest yourself if you wish to be a true detective.
Got it.
Got it? You just want the mystery solved for you, huh? I can tell, because I'm your mentor. So, I'll help you out. Ready? Better be.
Huh? Ready for what?
Lay it all out, Master!
Ah, we're back.
Ah, yes.
It's been a while.
Sexy barrel time.
Barrel.
Barrel.
Halara
Da-da-da.
on the side. What?
Polar on the side quietly pushes up their glasses.
Let's work together as a team!
String.
Can I speed up the barrel
That's-
again?
I don't know that you... I
It's-
guess you hit that.
Right order.
The ning.
Nah, my brain went hit the letters. I forgot you had to do it in.
R.
No, according to Logan, it's steering.
I. The I is right there.
Is that on L? Is that not a fucking?
That is.
That's the L.
There's no L in string. Alright, today we learned Logan does not know how to spell.
I could stop, like right now.
No, you can't.
That's right. There was evidence of a thin string being used at the scene of the crime. A sturdy and thin string like a fishing line must have been used to move the body.
You would think a tiny string could move a whole corpse.
There
You'd be
he is
surprised.
again. That rude and gloomy guy.
That deduction is wrong. You're wrong.
You're wrong. Nuh-uh.
Fuck you mean nuh-uh?
What could be wrong about it? Master sounded really confident just now.
Listen. The nails in that corpse's leg pierced through his body and into the floor, which means the corpse was fixed in place. So how?
Yeah, and the
could
corpse was
corpse
upright
be
for a
moved?
bit, and then it flopped down.
Oh, true. If
We
the corpse was stuck
flopping?
in place, it'd be impossible to move
The
it.
corpse beat.
Indeed. It would be impossible.
Laura's, you think so too?
No.
Hit.
Huh?
The door!
The truth is slipping further away.
Of course it is. Because your deduction is wrong.
You don't have your megaphone. I can't hear you, dude.
You people will never reach the truth. This is
Huh?
the
You have
end.
proof?
Master, let's take him down first.
Yeah.
This screen every time makes me think something's gone wrong. Reasoning deathmatch. Wow.
Your deduction is wrong. Do you have any proof that the corpse was moved? The corpse was fixed in place.
That's true.
It didn't move a millimeter. In fact, that corpse shows no sign it was ever moved.
That's not true.
This quite matches up.
Bloodstains. Bloodstains.
First game.
Bloodstains.
Let's slash through this mystery.
His fucking shawl.
There was evidence the body had been moved. The upper and lower parts of the body bled out differently. The blood from the lower body flowed naturally outwards, along the body's outline. But blood from the upper body looks like it flowed in a downward direction, toward his hips. If the corpse was motionless on its back, there wouldn't be such unusual bloodstains. In other words, it's safe to assume the body's position was different from when it was discovered.
Huh?
More of them.
What? What's this?
Ugh, gross! We gotta hurry and get through that door.
Unusual circumstances. It doesn't matter. As long as the corpse was pinned to the floor, it couldn't be moved. You can't change the truth.
Even this didn't work?
You can't
Am I
handle
just
the
wrong about it all?
No, you're correct. The answer you've reached using the evidence is the truth.
Laura!
There's no doubt a fine string was used in this case. Evidence at the crime scene indicate the corpse was moved. So all that remains is to answer, how was the pin body moved? That bizarre
was held up
bloodstain
by
holds
its
the
neck.
clue to all of this.
Jeez.
The bloodstain? If the bloodstain is the clue for how...
Master, we gotta chase after the door. It's getting further away.
Hey, wait!
The door!
You're gonna hang his ass!
The door can see your mind. The door can see into your soul.
Go, Yuma.
What position was the corpse in before it was moved? It was upside down, obviously.
Sitting upright.
Sitting upright.
That's right. The corpse was sitting up at first. That's why only the wounds in the upper half of the body bled straight down.
I like how Shinigami doesn't need a platform. She's just flying.
She's technically pulling Yuma.
The box! Snake!
No
The string I
step, you
mentioned before was
snake.
thin but sturdy. It was all over the room, holding the body's upper half in place. That's the reason only the corpse's neck had marks on it.
Yeah. You're doing it, Yuma. Retrieve or cut?
Retrieve.
Yeah.
The culprit then retrieved all the string that kept the corpse in place from outside the door. And with nothing to support it, the top half of the corpse fell back to the floor, just like how it was discovered.
Yuma, you know how to double jump?
Jump.
It appears this locked room
He
mystery
did
will
a
finally
forward
be
somersault.
solved.
He's doing it.
I feel like he'd be the person to try doing that because he'd think it'd look cool.
When did that
They just
happen?
eat shit on the way on the landing.
Maybe you're supposed to recreate the locked room in the same way the culprit did. Master, you know the answer, right? Let's finish this.
Right.
Recreate the locked room.
Oh.
You gotta think like the culprit, Master.
So
Yeah.
it's definitely around the corpse of the neck, it's on the doll.
You have to recreate the culprit.
Alright.
Maybe you got the order. First, you need to tie the fishing line down. Find
Yeah.
a sturdy spot where it can be.
Ow.
Ah.
There's the sound of a slap.
Maybe you got the order first.
No. Wait.
Come on, Magoogus. You can do Googus.
First, a knot was tied through a slit in the vent. After that, the fishing line was drawn away to another location. In terms of sequence, it'd probably be easier to start with things that are fixed in place.
Like the doll. Or the lamp.
Desk clamp isn't really that
No.
set in place, though, is it?
Nah. Doll.
Why is this painting tilted, though?
Me and Mara had a whole conversation about this.
Oh.
Does this location matter, Master? You said you're looking.
Oh. Hi, Falara.
This trick starts with the fishing line passing through.
Damn.
That's it. And then the fishing line passed through the eye to somewhere else.
And that's why this particular doll had to be sturdy.
For these.
Nuts.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Right. The line was then passed around a certain point on the corpse. That was...
Gee, I wonder.
Here, behind the neck. The line ends here to support it. Now, it's clear that the line passed through the vent, the doll's eye, and ended beneath the neck.
Hang on. Why put the line through the doll first? Can't you just start by pulling it from under the body?
To support the body's weight, the line needs to pass through the doll first, as it was fixed in place. Next, the fishing line. Now, to return the line to the vent. This kept the corpse's upper torso in place. The room has been completely prepared. So next...
Leave, lock the door, toss the key.
Nuts.
The culprit exited through the door and locked it with the key. And then...
The culprit
The
took
culprit
it
took
home.
it home.
through the gap in the vent.
Culprit took it home. We never found the key.
If the culprit managed to drop the key next to the corpse, the only thing left was to untie the line. Then... the corpse, which was supported only by the line, would fall face up on top of the key. That's how the culprit created the locked room.
Hooray! You did it! That's my master!
Locked room completed.
You found it!
You found it.
The bloodstains were strange. The length of the nails driven into the upper and lower body were different. The nails on the upper half didn't penetrate all the way through the body, but the nails on the lower half went all the way through and into the floor. That was how the lower half could be secured, while the upper half could still be moved around.
That sure was tricky. Speaking of, don't you think that whoever worked the hardest should get to open it? Which is me, of course.
No.
I just don't think.
Is probably another clue leading to the culprit.
Bam.
Still, it must be used for something. Hold on.
Only one
Let's
more
solve the
trade
rest.
Right.
I like the doll spinning around and flying around. Look at them go!
Of course you do.
Very Mara.
Third locked room was a murder that happened 1 month ago in the art gallery storage in Ginla
That's the
district.
thing.
Pictures and paint were scattered all around the spot where a woman was boom killed. If you think you're up for it,
Was
then
Boom
let's
killed?
solve this thing. Are you going to the third locked room? Did we get stuck inside a locked room again?
She didn't
Not
get me
sure why you're
stop acting
surprised about this.
surprised.
This was the corpse that was discovered by that worshipper and the art gallery employee. At the time of discovery, the door was locked and the key was nailed to a doll inside the room. Aside from the door, the only other entrance is the window, but it opens just enough to fit a finger in. The frame itself is too small for even a child to
Maybe the
squeeze through.
fingers.
How did the culprit vanish from here?
Clearly, they climbed out the top.
The culprit's actually still in here.
They're still here.
I've been here the whole time.
You're not Sam.
You know that.
The noise.
I like it. This is the only realistic exit.
I think the culprit could have only escaped from here, but...
Nothing's happening. Maybe you made a mistake, Master.
No, that can't be right. It's impossible for anyone to squeeze through that window. They could have only gotten out through the door. I'm sure the culprit had the key and locked the door from the outside after committing the crime.
The culprit just used a copy of the key? Would that really be considered a locked room mystery?
Well, there are only 2 keys to the storage space, and the design makes them impossible to duplicate. I learned that thanks to you, Halara.
One of the keys is always carried by that one employee. It was used when the body was first discovered, right? And the only other key was nailed through a doll onto a painting. So, it is a locked room mystery! Right? Right? Oh, that's totally it.
Yes, we know.
Are you
already.
asking Halara?
I see. I suppose
I
you could call
reiterate.
it that.
Shinigami and Durumi should hang out.
Can you go check outside of that window?
Oh, just like before.
Boom killing game.
Before?
Yeah, you made me do the same thing in the real world when we were investigating this place.
I see. Then the answer
They're
has already been
surprised.
confirmed. Very well. This locked room is solved.
Huh? Wait,
About that.
did you already solve this mystery?
You haven't?
No.
How about you go and check outside the window? Then even you will see.
Oh, it unlocked. Looks like you can go outside.
All right, let's go see.
Boom kills you.
What did I do? That transition jump scared the shit out of me.
Hey, didn't you already check this in the real world? Why do it again?
Halara told me to check it twice. There must be an important clue.
Gotta
outside
find out
the
who's
window.
naughty or nice.
Hey, maybe the culprit threw the key in through the window. That
No.
way, the key would be found inside.
No.
Well, how about that
No.
theory?
It was nailed, stupid. Can you stop making stupid guesses?
Is this the storage key?
It's
No.
me. This one's a freebie.
Why did you put it in such a weird place? You fucked up the W because of that.
Where else do you want it?
I was right. Just toss it in there,
Do
Master.
you want it over the window?
Inside? Is that really the right answer? Did the culprit throw the key in from the window?
Master, hurry up and throw the key!
No.
Your footing's
Logan,
wobbling away.
Logan, what are you doing?
Oh,
Logan, you're gonna fall! Logan! Logan! Logan!
That's
Calling
the
your
right
bullshit.
answer?
Called the bullshit. I knew it.
how? Didn't the culprit throw the key in there? That's why the key was found inside, right?
It's a 5-centimeter
No.
opening. How are you gonna fucking throw a key in there?
No, the crime scene wouldn't end up like that if we threw it in.
No, of course
The key
not.
was nailed to a painting.
Eh.
That's not possible if you just throw it into the room.
Oh, right. But if the culprit
She's
didn't
so
throw it in
dumb.
there, how is the key left in the room?
If you can't nail the key after throwing it...
Well, you're dead. Oh, he's dead.
Right on your butt.
You're back. The key vanished.
The key is in my hand.
Master, you got the doll and nail!
I see. So you're supposed to recreate the locked room in the same way the culprit didn't. Try it out. Doing so will create a new path.
Yeah, I'm gonna solve this.
Good luck, Master!
Recreate the locked room.
You have to recreate the culprit's locked room mystery. First, do something about that doll.
So... Shoot, where was the doll?
You hold it. It's the
Use everything. All that's left is to follow.
Just recreate what follow the steps the culprit took to create.
Can you open my fucking solution keys?
I didn't do shit.
You don't need a
I
crutch.
just
Figure it
need-
out. Solve it.
I just don't see the painting that the doll was nailed to is the thing.
That's what I'm
That
looking
one.
for.
Isn't it?
Fuck it.
Yeah.
All right. First,
Oh.
take the painting.
Painting was lying down, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So, and the doll was
Doll
nailed
and
into the
key.
painting.
The culprit nailed the doll onto the painting. Next, both were stood up at a certain location.
Let's say,
At the window?
I can only think of the window.
The painting was stood up facing the window. now the part with the pierced doll is right next to the window. After that...
Oh.
Mara's got it.
Yep.
Yeah. These serial killers are much cleverer than I am.
The door was locked, so we went to the other side of the storage room. I can see the painting and doll through the window, but I can barely fit my hand through the gap.
The doll's got a nail in it, but the problem is that key in your hand, Master.
Yeah, the culprit took the key and then...
No. Think about the state the corpse was in at the time of discovery. The key wasn't just hanging on it. What's the next step?
I guess nailed.
I guess nailed it.
The culprit nailed
Indeed,
the key to the
we must
painting,
nail it.
along with the doll from outside the window.
Tiny hammer.
Finally.
It's a really tiny hammer to fit through there.
I mean, even a regular sized hammer would fit that.
You wouldn't need
Yeah.
I don't know if you'd need a
guess,
hammer at all, because it's all squishy material.
I mean, I guess, but would you be able to get enough force through that opening?
Leverage.
Now we pull out the nail we just stuck in.
Yeah, clearly.
I pushed the painting into the room.
But
it completes the locked room mystery. This is how the culprit did it.
Locked room completed.
You found it.
You found it.
Found it.
You found it.
It took some time, but you've reached the truth behind this locked room.
Throwing the key through the window would be obvious, so to mislead us into thinking that was impossible, the key was nailed to a painting which was then pushed over.
It's one thing for an amateur, but a detective wouldn't be tricked by this.
Seriously, only amateurs would get fooled by... Wait,
Skinny.
you mean me?
Yeah,
Yes.
you. Kind of interesting that the phantom didn't pop up.
Yeah.
Hey, a treasure chest! Who's gonna open
You
this
got tired?
one? We should let the meanest one of
He's
us
worn
open
out. He's on
How would
lunch
you
break.
decide that?
it. Like this.
Brunch late.
I'm the meanest.
Okay, Kenny got me.
Let's check out this treasure.
What's wrong?
It's empty.
Huh? Why? After all we went through to solve this locked room.
This must mean solving the third locked room mystery doesn't necessarily bring us any closer to the ultimate truth.
That's
Why would that be?
terrible. I suddenly feel so tired.
We can't call it
Poor
quits.
you.
We gotta keep going.
No reward, dopamine gone, brain dead. Understandable. Have a fucking nice day.
That's it for all the locked rooms. We make a pretty good team. Don't you think so?
No.
Well, what do we do from here?
Huh?
I see. The way forward is clear. It must be due to solving all of the locked room mysteries.
Can we take a doll with
now
us?
let's go.
Sorry, no.
Right.
Oh.
Again, I gotta ask. Who's supposed to be the protagonist here?
Me.
Mara.
Maya.
Mara. Alright, Mario. You gotta talk more then.
Ah.
Place
No,
is
I'm a silent
creepy.
protagonist.
Nope, you now have to solve all of the mysteries. It's not up to Logan anymore, it's up to you.
Emotions must be discarded to reach a
Alright,
perfect
Mara, who's the
solution
killer?
through a perfect deduction.
Your mom.
Isn't that right?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yes.
I don't remember the names of any of the fucking.
You don't need to. I don't think they have names. I think they are just their positions. Look, Mara, it's your dream.
No! There's gotta be a bunch of black mold in here.
I see. So you're adding that onto part of your dream.
No!
Judging Mara. You
Don't
was
look at
judging
me.
you.
No.
Not
You was judging
Mara.
Mara.
Looking at
No.
you.
No, you was judging Mara.
No!
I'm looking at
Is
I'm
this
looking
some
at you, Tomato.
dungeon?
Me too.
What is the meaning of this? Let me out of here!
Let me out! I'll kill your ass in the name of God!
I have nothing to do with the case.
I'm
And I
not
For the
believe
love of murder.
Go!
Wow, they're all here.
So now we must pick out the true culprit of this case.
The true culprit.
Yuma, you solved all the locked room mysteries before you made it here. You should have all the clues and evidence you need to accuse the culprit. To be honest, when I first met you, I thought you were rather pitiful.
He is.
You sure are honest.
But my opinion of you has improved. These mysteries have brought you closer to becoming a true detective. Now tie up all the loose ends and prove that I am not mistaken about you. With your logic, anything is possible.
All right, I'll try.
Halara stamp of approval.
Somebody's guilty. My heart's pounding.
I'm not the nail man!
I'm not the culprit! I'm not the nail man.
How can I be the nail man?
Who's the nail man, Lucas?
Alright, so...
Actually, sorry. Mara, who's the nail man? You're the protagonist.
No,
Alright, I'm taking
It's not servant.
it back. I'm taking it back. So yeah, to start through my detective reasoning, servant's out of the field immediately. He does not have the build to fit through the exits that we've seen so far.
Damn, I
So
can't believe he couldn't fit through the door.
He couldn't fit through the one vent.
No, yeah, he would not have fit through the vent.
I'm not the culprit!
I'm not the nail man!
Do we know when her arm got hurt?
Not specifically, but earlier than yesterday. She might have actually told us, but like definitely before the fourth locked room.
I don't think it's her.
I don't believe it would be her. I'm going to assume that the arm injury is significant to the nature of this case, just in terms of picking out a culprit for this. And I think that based on what we've seen, having an arm injury may have been a detriment to some of these setups.
So, if I remember right, my logic was, how the fuck are you swinging a hammer and a nail with some hand, with something like that?
Yeah.
That, unfortunately, if I remember right, is not the logic the game uses, and it's really stupid, but
I'm not the culprit!
it is a similar logic.
I'm not the culprit!
So I think it narrows it down to the priest and the worshiper.
I be the nail man?
Now, I have one thing I want to add. When you solved the third room, they said this didn't add anything. What does that mean?
Well, it didn't add anything to the list of...
There was no new solution key that room presented, and I think it's because, just from what I can see, I think there's a bit of a tell on that, which is, I'm thinking back again to the employee noting that, you know, the first people to enter the room, himself and the churchgoer, who I believe is Worshipper Man, who's been investigating different killings. And specifically, Halara's forte only activates based on the first time a third party,
Yes.
which is neither the murderer or the victim, obviously,
Yes.
entering the room. So, if that were the case, I'm assuming that, just based on my logic of this and my understanding of it, that it is of the moment the body is perceived by that individual.
Yes.
So, based on the description, if the worshipper were the third party, he would have opened the room to see the body, and we would have seen the paint can before it was knocked over. We see the paint can after it's knocked over,
Yeah.
which is after he entered the
Mhm.
room. So, my logic is that that is the dead giveaway. I think he is the nail man because the employee was the third party that was unrelated to the case.
Okay. Unfortunate. You're very close.
Huh?
So I go back again. Why did that one specifically not get you any further into finding anything about the mailman?
There was no.
Because I will tell you, everything that you set up there is correct.
I'm not the culprit.
So why does specifically the third locked room not add anything?
Let's see. Based on what we know about the... Oh, she gotta open my solution keys, right?
So, the first thing, what is different about the third one compared to the other three? Just, like, physically, what is different about it compared to the rest?
Well, let's recount what the other locked rooms were. The most recent one...
Well...
They're all a little subtly similar.
The third room had 2 keys, first of all.
That's true, actually.
Yes, but you can take the second one out because we know exactly where it was.
We know where it was because it was on the employee the whole time, so it's not really necessarily related to the nature of what makes it different.
Honestly, I feel like the third one could have been done by anybody.
I'm not the culprit.
Because there's no physical limitations or anything for the third room to happen, other than needing small hands.
Okay, we can keep going forward and see if you can get what I'm trying to. If you can reach the conclusion I'm trying to get you to.
I'm trying to ascertain here before I make a decision, because it's one of the other two, and I don't want to just.
Well, so
blindly.
you are definitely right in everything you've said about the other two, and you're wrong on the worshiper. So that only leaves him.
Yes, but I'm not gonna be satisfied until I can trace the logic fully. Oh, of course. Right, no. There's one detail that I'm not really paying mind to here. Specifically, okay. This is the specific. I think this is the specific through line on this, and why I think it's different. Mara, I think you may be right. Specifically, that one in the art museum, or the art storage room, is not a particular locked room mystery that requires any specific number of traits to pull off. Any one of the 4 could have done that. There's nothing in there that inherently it's one or the other doing it.
That's what I'm saying.
In that case, we have to look at the other 3 from a logical standpoint. So, or to just sort of break things down. So, in the case of the clock tower, The individual would have needed to be someone with access to the church incinerator, so it must be a member of the church.
Yeah, that's why it's limited to these 4. That's why Halara has limited it to these 4 specifically.
And so the worshipper could technically fall under that as well, but I'm actually less inclined that he would have access to the incinerator. He's not a staff member. He's a church goer, but he's not part of the clergy specifically. So I'm less inclined to believe he'd have access to the incinerator necessarily. For the other ones, I'm actually the whole swinging, like you would need 2 hands to swing a hammer. I'm actually thinking again, you would need 2 hands to tie a fishing line to a vent in an actual office, which rules out the nun.
Also, climbing down and up a ladder.
You can do that with
a rope ladder of all things.
So that is the logic the game uses, which I don't agree with. You could totally get up a ladder with 1 hand.
The only
It's a rope
I
ladder.
mean,
It would be hard, but
I mean, technically, that's also another hole in it because they state that they'd have to be cutting it on the way down. So that's
true. I actually did forget about that one.
So you would need a free hand to cut that as well. So you can't do any of those things with 1 hand.
Unless you chewed it with your teeth, I guess, but that would take forever.
Yeah. Secondly, we have, of course, the limiting factor of the vent, which is, you know,
Big
boy
man's
is
not fitting through that.
He's not fitting through that.
No fat
So-
shaming. It's just the truth
It's a
of the
matter.
situation.
It's I'm the last person who would ever fat shame. All right. But he's got too much. He's got too much mass for that. So it ultimately falls down to the priest.
The culprit is you, Father.
I hit square for auto. Cause 100 line.
An absolutely
Ridiculous thing to say.
Him again?
Weed hair is back.
You're saying the priest, a man of the cloth, is the culprit? That's impossible. How dare you spew such nonsense?
right. Do not make baseless accusations. The culprit has to be someone else.
Yuma, can I leave this to you?
It's not a baseless accusation. You're the only one who could possibly be the culprit.
Master, you're acting like a real detective. Go on and boom kill him.
Watches her boobs jiggle as she laughs.
Oh. It's quite a design.
Women mark.
Damn, they're coming in for the tag team. Alright.
I'm a man of the cloth.
That's a lie! You don't even like Jesus!
What is your favorite Bible verse?
It's total flesh. I am not the mailman. That's it. The first one to discover the body. The mailman is the worshiper.
Access
Nope.
to the incinerator, yeah.
Didn't have
No, yeah, that
access
was
to the
fair.
incinerator. Not a member of the cloth.
The rope ladder used in the clock tower's locked room was found in the incinerator, which only clergy can access. The worshipper may be a regular churchgoer, but he's no clergy member.
Yep.
So he's no longer a suspect.
I'd forgotten about the incinerator tidbit. That was specifically what caught me up.
I forgot that it wasn't like public.
But it was, yeah, it was one in the church.
I'm used to the incinerators being like in the back, so like anybody can kind of.
There are others working for the church.
No, there's not. You're the only one that works there. The other two were imagined.
They were never real.
She's got cat ears, for fuck's sake.
That didn't stop the previous case.
There's the servant.
Yeah, well.
The servant must be the nailman. The servant was able to commit the crimes.
No.
Nope.
I'll flash through this mystery.
No offense, sir, but he is too big for that vent.
Climbing up to the underground casino's window with only nails for footing would require considerable agility. Judging by the size of the window, there's no way someone of his size could have committed the crime.
No, no! Absolute lies!
Slander, I tell you. Fuck you.
The nun must be the culprit. She's thin and also works at the church. The nun was
She's
absolutely
thin.
able to commit the
She's
crime.
got boob stuff.
Does she?
Yes. I noticed.
Nope.
Of course you did.
Can't tie a fishing line with one hand.
Probably can, but boy, would it be quite difficult.
Imagine Study's locked room.
See, but you'd also have to tie the line while keeping the tension of the corpse
Yeah.
sitting upright, and that's not.
Yep, and it was also her dominant hand too.
Which means she's not the culprit.
Doing that with your non-dominant hand? Hell no. That's not happening.
Let alone overpowering and nailing nails into somebody.
It's not the churchgoer, the servant, or the nun. There's only one option left. Father.
It's you, fucko.
You are the nail man.
You are the nail man.
Hey, say something quick. Otherwise, they'll pin me as the culprit.
Goodbye, father.
Well,
He's out of here.
You're useless. I am a priest in service to God.
Yeah, whatever. Ah.
Macho Man Randy Savage!
He's snapping to a Slim Jim!
I was thinking of that one Pokemon,
Yeah, a little bit, I can see it.
the buff bug.
All your proof
Buzzswole, my
fantasy.
beloved.
Oh, alright.
You don't have a single piece of hard evidence.
hard
I don't know, the shark nose makes me think of Arl.
You do. Easy.
Based on the facts, the priest must be the culprit. The decisive evidence that proves it is. I don't
Your
know.
mom.
I don't know! That's scary!
A detective must always prioritize solving a case. Listen, a detective isn't an arbiter of justice. Unraveling a case is top priority, even with questionable methods.
What do you mean?
Not
In
sagely.
short, you must get them to confess. Use everything in your arsenal, even if it requires bluffing.
What
know
if
what you
you
did last night?
lie?
Use everything?
Don't hesitate to use anything that might give you an advantage.
But Yuma Coconut
Emotions
is a
must be
terrible
discarded to
liar.
make a perfect solution through a perfect deduction. Always remember that.
A bluff? In other words, I should just claim I have solid evidence. But what could I use as a bluff?
Don't you know? Fish have memories and I can access them.
I'm trying to think of the goofiest bluff for that type I've seen in fiction.
Cross-examine the parrot.
Enough with your stupid fantasies.
No, you know what? I'm thinking of Sonic Adventure 2, fucking, Tail, Eggman being like, I know that's just a fake emerald. What? How did you know? Because you just told me, you idiot! What's a good?
Wow.
Hit it again.
These are the murder ones.
Loafers. They were in your shoe size, which is 48. How'd you know?
Actually, the footprint's my. These are the times of it. The footprints.
Did you find my fingerprints?
Maybe.
Find my blood?
Maybe.
Of course there's no evidence.
We found your shoe size, motherfucker!
I know your shoe size.
You left clear evidence at the clock tower's crime scene. There were footprints left under the window in the mud. When we inspected them, we found out they perfectly match your footprints.
Impossible! I already burned those shoes in the incinerator.
You gave yourself away.
Like the rubbing his head, like, oh, I missed. Oh, I missed.
I swear, I only enacted justice in the name of God.
Yeah, they all say that.
Looks like it worked. Good job, Yuma. Thanks.
Carnine Ward is rotten to the core.
It is, but like
To save it, someone had to get their hands dirty. Those slain were the evil incarnate that harmed others. That's why the people asked the mailmen to kill them. Evil must be punished. And so, I strangled them, made them suffer. All I did was slay evil.
Tell it to the judge, and by the judge, I mean the gamer girl in my back pocket.
If someone hates somebody bad enough,
she's gonna
they
boom
give
kill
that
you.
name
Though.
to the Nailman. And this priest went around killing those people as the Nailman.
The urban legend offered targets for murder.
A priest is supposed to be the voice of God, but he went around killing people because someone wanted them dead.
Wish.
What is awesome?
It's terrible. It's insane to think that he'd kill people for a reason like that.
This city does things
That could be
to
said
you.
about all murders. Insane people kill for insane reasons. Anyway, you did it, Yuma. My expectations of you weren't wrong after all.
Is it finally over? Huh, nothing's happening. But last time...
Yeah, the soul of the true culprit who created this mystery labyrinth should appear. And since it didn't, it looks like this isn't over yet.
Huh?
Well,
it's not over?
There are still mysteries related to the Nailman killings within this mystery labyrinth.
But we solved all of the locked rooms and discovered the true identity of the Nailman. Was I wrong? But the priest even confessed to it.
Calm down, Yuma. There's no need to panic. If the Nailman's identity is exposed and all mysteries are yet to be solved, then most likely someone else's agenda is involved in this string of killings.
Someone else's agenda?
Someone else's
Maybe
gender?
The mailman didn't work.
Damn it, Halara! I knew it was you!
There's another culprit? But
They were saying the killer had
If
an
you consider
agenda.
yourself to be a detective,
Halara, oh, good thing I
you
don't
must
have
see
one of
the
those.
truth through to the very end. No
The
mystery
Yakuza don't have
concludes with a
agenda.
dead end. There is nothing we detectives cannot solve.
I knew they had an agenda. A
right.
gay agenda!
We have to review these killings from a different perspective.
But ain't that one of them sexuality things? It ain't agenda.
Out of the 4 locked rooms, if any of them were hiding a mysterious secret, it would be the room that's obviously different from the others.
different.
Master, I get the feeling you want my help. Isn't that right? That's what you want, right?
Huh?
Oh, fine. I can't say no to you when you're so helpless like that.
Shinigami.
Master, lay it all out.
Worth them?
So, I'm just going to... Do you have the ability to save here, if you wanted to?
Stop.
Not yet? Okay. Okay. There are about 2 hours left of this case.
I do not have that much
Yeah.
time.
Oh boy. It sure is just beginning.
I went and checked my VOD.
The true Nailman killings begins next
So
time.
that is... There's... Like
The other
an...
layer.
There's like an hour left of the... in here, and then there's like epilogue and cleanup.
We're gonna have 2 dead bodies by the time this thing's...
So I think we could stop here and then pick it up next time.
We'll pick it back up next time then.
Hopefully next time's not a month from now.
Well, we'll see. But
All the
alright.
people back at home, we will see you next time.
Thank you all very much for watching, and I will see you again in the future. Bye bye now.
Bye.
Bye bye.